following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
The Wetumpka Indians play right here. Welcome to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network and the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show. Sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health and Baptist Ortho Now, the City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care.
It's the final area matchup of the season for Wetumpka Indians basketball. We welcome you to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Gavin Baxley alongside Mitch Petrie. And it's an interesting game that we've got coming up here in a moment. We have our girls matchup in just a few minutes, and then the boys will immediately follow between Wetumpka and the Percy Julian Phoenix. Both area tournaments have already been set in stone. Our standings are final at this point. Stanhope Elmore set to host the area tournament for the girls, while Wetumpka will host for the boys, but that doesn't take away from the importance of a matchup that you know you're going to see this team again, especially for the girls. We already know a first-round matchup will be upcoming in just a few weeks for Wetumpka and Percy Julian, and then on the boys' side later tonight, we know that could end up being a championship game for the area and a chance to punch a ticket to the AHSAA playoffs. A lot on the line later that you can learn a lot tonight, Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You come into this one, Indians got a big win, Lady Indians. They did 75-12 against Marbury just 2 days ago on Tuesday. Kind of a get-right game. Indians came into that one on a few-game losing streak, but got the momentum rolling. Had 11 different Indians score in that one. It was great to see everybody get involved, but like you were alluding to, you know that you're going to play this team again in just about 2 weeks. So it's not only, what can you learn about yourselves, but what can you learn about how you respond, how you're going to play this team, and especially, heading into that matchup, trying to build some confidence, and, of course, what to expect during that game. Yeah,
both the boys and girls got wins over Marbury earlier this week, so carrying a little bit of momentum as we go into this one. We're in Montgomery for Wetumpka and Percy Julian on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton. I built my business at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus by being honest, dependable, and always putting my clients first. If you're ready to buy your first home, sell your current home, or just want to talk about your options, I'd love to help. Reach out today. Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, where neighbors become clients and clients become friends.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier.
Now is the perfect time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Welcome you back now to the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show. And as we get ready for tip-off here tonight, it's time for our keys to the game, brought to you by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. We'll go to Mitch Petrie for our keys tonight.
Yeah, I got a couple of keys to the game. First one, like I've said so many times during these Lady Indians games, is you got to trust your bigs down low. Logan Banks, Queen Ballard, both with a double-double against Marbury. Also, the two leaders of the team in points, Queen Ballard with 17 and Logan Banks with 14. And when the Indians are moving the ball down in the paint, they're making some good passes, getting lots of assists. This team is really hard to stop. You got to trust your bigs down low is my first key. And then my other key is come out and play some really tight defense. I think back to that Marbury game, and this Indians team did such a great job defending around the perimeter. Marbury was not able to penetrate inside, did not get any really clean looks from inside the paint, and I think that was a huge part in keeping them to such a low score. And if you talk about that game, and the team had 27 steals as a whole, probably the most they've had all season, or certainly close to it. So defense really comes into this one, coming off of a great win against Marbury and looking to see them continue that here tonight.
You mentioned Queen Ballard. She had 20 points against Percy Julian in the first matchup. That one was in Wetumpka. But I do want to look at Aaliyah Humphrey as well. Had 15 points in that matchup, but Indians went 4 for 12 from beyond the arc in that game. She was 3 for 3 over the course of that. So maybe trying to put a little bit more focus on going beyond the arc could be an interesting facet of this ball game. Maya Richardson had 10 in that game as well, so interested to see if she can carry some of that momentum herself. It's now time for our starting lineups, brought to you by First Community Bank. Aaliyah Humphrey will be in the starting five. It's the same five that we typically see for this Indians team, with Humphrey the guard as a sophomore, the freshman guard Maya Richardson, along with the junior forward Layla Culpepper. Logan Banks in the lineup as well as the sophomore forward, and Queen Ballard, the senior, will round out the starting five for the Indians. Ballard, as we've noted, will be a key part of this matchup, as she seems to be throughout. Again, want to mention the area standings just real quick. Stanhope Elmore has locked in the number one spot in the area for the girls, so they will be hosting the area tournament. We'll give you more updates on what the schedule of that will look like over the next couple of weeks. You can check it all out on the Wetumpka Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and wetumpkasports.com. The Indians are second at the moment at 1-2 in the area, 15-7 on the season, while Percy Julian is 7-14 and 0-3 in the area. We're just about set for tip-off between Wetumpka and Percy Julian on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
From Radio Alabama Sports, this is the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Wetumpka basketball is presented by Collier Ford. Come on to Collier Ford. Proudly serving the River region for nearly 75 years. Online at collierfordinc.com. RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus. Kathy Thornton, Chad Barrett, and Beverly Wright are your River region real estate experts. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Your health is our mission. Online at baptistfirst.org and the City of Wetumpka.
Ready for tip-off now as Percy Julian and the Indians have taken to the floor here. We are set for tip-off. I'll go through Percy Julian's lineup real quick as well. Bilquis Brinson on the floor for the Phoenix. It'll be Tiana Thomas who will be set for the tip-off here at the jump ball upcoming in just a moment. Jakesha Robinson in the lineup for Percy Julian, as well as Malaysia Haston. And she will be out there with Angelia Hicks. That will make up the Percy Julian lineup. We had just a bit of a stoppage before we get going as they had a clock malfunction, but they've got it all sorted out now, and we are ready for tip-off. Logan Banks set to do it, and she will not win the jump ball there. Percy Julian with the first possession of the night. Bilquis Brinson to the far corner. A three-pointer from Hicks off the front of the rim there as Banks comes away with a rebound. Humphrey with it to start as she gives to Culpepper. They'll go back and forth a lot A lot of ball movement from this Indians team, as we've come to find. They get to Culpepper now on the far wing. Back to Humphrey. A floating pass inside to Ballard. Now, three-pointer from the far corner. No good there from Culpepper. Fighting for that board, and Percy Julian will come away with it. Angelia Hicks managed to take it away from Queen Ballard on the rebound effort. Hicks will have it in the front court now. She'll look inside. Brinson tries to back out a little bit. A pass now going to Hicks. And over with Robinson. Almost had it stolen away, though. She tried to find Angelia Hicks, but Maya Richardson was right there for it. Almost a steal for the Indians.
Richardson plays some great defense. Just as a freshman, she just really sees the court super well, picks up a lot of assists and a lot of steals as a three comes out of the hands of Hicks off the mark, though.
Yeah, Hicks had it off the inbound. She had given it to Brinson right back, and she just could not connect on the three from the near wing. As we remain scoreless here after the first minute of play. Humphrey has it. Another look inside. Banks couldn't hold on to it there in the paint, and Percy Julian takes it back. Haston there was able to scoop it up, and now Percy Julian with a chance to strike first. 6:30 left in the first quarter. Hicks with it again, covered heavily by Banks as she tries to penetrate. Giving over to Thomas. She will take a floater from about the free throw line. Off the mark. Rebound by Banks. Richardson for the Indians. Looking for the first points of the night still. Culpepper to Humphrey. Now a look to Banks again, but it's stolen away. Brinson picked it off, and she stepped out of bounds on the fast break. She came down the near sideline and just couldn't keep herself in bounds.
And a couple of just not great passes here from the Indians, leading to a few turnovers here in these first couple of possessions. Not what you're typical to see here from this Indians offense.
Culpepper has it. Gives to Richardson up top. Now Banks standing at the stripe. Now Culpepper again. Corner three, no good. Pardon, from the wing. A good rebound from Aaliyah Humphrey, though, and she'll look back inside. Ballard in the post. A spin hook shot there will fall. And finally, first blood is drawn. 2-0 Indians with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Wide open, Bilquis Brinson. She pulls a three from the near side. Off target. And a rebound there from Robinson. Got fouled on the putback. Foul's going to go against Aaliyah Humphrey. First call of the night against either team. It is a shooting foul as she tried to go back up with it. And that'll put Brinson at the line. First free throw, short-armed there and hits the front of the rim. Percy Julian, coached by Jennifer Callahan. A 7-14 record overall this season as they get their first points of the night. Pardon, it was Jakeisha Robinson that was shooting the free throws. She made the second. It makes it 2-1 now with 5:30 left in the quarter. Banks has it. Look inside. Right under the basket. Ballard couldn't get it the first chance. Got a board. Couldn't put it back, but draws a foul.
Yeah, and that's something that Queen Ballard has really done a great job of all season. It's not only grabbing offensive boards, but she gets fouled quite a bit when she's down low in that paint. When you have somebody as tall as she is, it's really hard to defend without fouling, and she's been pretty solid here at the free throw line.
And first free throw from Ballard off the mark there as she's got the only points for Wetumpka so far, a 2-1 ball game, and she's got both of them. Second attempt coming now for Ballard, who again had 20 last time, stumbling at the free throw line there, and might be a lane violation. It should be, and yes, it is. It was Angelia Hicks who was leaning a little bit too far forward there, lost her balance and tumbled into the lane, and Ballard grateful for it as she missed the second effort, and she will get one more opportunity.
I don't see that every day.
So her third free throw attempt rims out, won't go. Richardson with a good rebound, though. Back to Ballard. Great ball movement. Aaliyah Humphrey, far corner for three, bottom.
Yeah,
Humphrey with the three.
And you talk about it there in the RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty pregame show. See if Aaliyah can get the three going here early, and first shot of the night for her falls.
Bounce passing inside here, right under the basket. A bucket there for the Phoenix. This time it was Jakeisha Robinson who got it to go. 5-3 now. Wetumpka with a 2-point advantage. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Ballard now back under the basket, and again, she will bank one in. Ballard with 4. Humphrey just had that 3 a moment ago, makes it 7-3 Wetumpka. This is Brinson. She'll try and drive in. A floating pass misfired to Haston as they scramble for possession of it on the deck. And I believe going out of bounds, they may have called a foul on this. And yeah, they did. Called against Malaysia Haston as she dove for it there a bit late. A lot of contact on the effort there, and it gives possession back to Wetumpka.
Lexi Smith will come into the game as well. Maya Richardson going to take a quick seat on the bench here.
Humphrey bringing it up with a 4-point lead. Lexi Smith, you mentioned the substitution. She's in for the first time. She's known for the 3 ball, open for 3. She'll pull it and nail it. Got it from the near corner. 10-3 Wetumpka now with 4:15 to play in the first. A pass nearly intercepted by Humphrey, but now Percy Julian scrambling to keep it in play. They do. Keandria Campbell will give over to Hicks, who drives down the right side of the lane. Couldn't get the lay. Great effort by Humphrey to pick it up. Lost her dribble a little bit, ends up getting called for a carry.
And that's a tough carry foul there. She was trying to find Lexi Smith. She was wide open on the fast break, but I don't think Smith was quite ready for the pass, and it forced Aaliyah to stop that dribble, kind of pull it down, and unfortunately gets the carry call there.
Percy Julian now trying to take advantage. A 3-pointer from Hicks will airball there as Banks came away with the rebound. Immediately had it stolen away, though, and Percy Julian gets a quick fast break bucket from Bilquis Brinson. Timeout called by Coach Winchester. 3:45 left in quarter number 1. It's 10-5 Wetumpka on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
We're just over halfway through the first quarter, and the Indians leading it 10-5. They've got possession now after the Coach Winchester timeout. Layla Culpepper will give to Lexi Smith, pulling a 3 again, and could not make that one from the right side of the top. Fought for a rebound there under the basket, got knocked out of bounds. I believe Angelia Hicks was the last to touch it, and she was. And Aaliyah Humphrey will inbound for the black and gold here from the baseline with a 5-point advantage. She'll float one to Smith, who fires right back to Humphrey, wide open, corner 3, no good. Richardson with a great rebound, gives to Smith. Back to Richardson, pulling the 3 from the opposite end. She's got it this time.
And it's a shooting fest here early for the Indians. Just a great job in finding the open woman outside the arc, and a couple of great shots have fallen here for the Indians as Percy Julian will take their first time out.
3 different players have made 3-pointers for the Indians so far. Humphrey, Richardson, and Lexi Smith. Makes it 13-5 with 3:12 to play in the first quarter on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
First quarter action is brought to you by State Farm agent Jackson Hagan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there.
Both teams using a timeout here in the first quarter as Wetumpka leads it 13-5. Percy Julian, the one that just used it that time with Coach Jennifer Callahan. They will have possession here after the third made 3 of the night for the Indians in just this first quarter. It's coming from 3 different players in 3 different positions of the court as well. Percy Julian trying to look inside. Keandria Campbell will spin and get a mid-range shot to fall. Makes it 13-7 now. Lexi Smith from the far corner tried to look down the baseline, gave to Culpepper instead. Richardson from up top, 3-pointer off target, And a rebound there that is immediately stolen away by Humphrey. She's got Banks, but Banks is going to be called for a walk that time. Boy, it was good effort there from Aaliyah Humphrey, though. She stole away the rebound from Jakeisha Robinson. Banks just got a little carried away on the walk.
Yeah, and you talk about Aaliyah Humphrey snagging that rebound there for a second. I mean, the first dribble that Hicks took, just Aaliyah Humphrey was right there, poked it right on out.
Tried to air a pass down the floor here. It was from the baseline, landed at about mid-court, and that time Percy Julian just couldn't hold on to the basketball as it goes out of play.
And this full court press here for the Indians kind of forcing them to go for that long pass, and contributes to the turnover there.
Humphrey with it now with 2:20 left. Giving to Richardson. Now three-pointer, far corner, off target from Smith. But Humphrey racing in to get it, gets poked in the eye there, and that stops her up. A fast break opportunity for Percy Julian now. Can't get a lay. Brinson with a putback, no good either. But a foul is called that time against Logan Banks. Aaliyah Humphrey never made it back down the floor. She was clearly poked in the eye, I believe, as she had tried to race for that basketball, and that's what prompted Percy Julian to get a fast break chance and now put them at the free throw line.
And hopefully Humphrey will be all right. She's got one of those threes that we mentioned just a few moments ago, but also just a huge player for this Indians team. Does a great job of facilitating the ball. Hopefully she'll be able to check back into this one.
First free throw there is good for Percy Julian with 2:06 left to go. Indians with a 5-point advantage. One more free throw coming. And it was Bilquis Brinson who nails both of them here to make it 13-9. Culpepper now. She'll pull a three. Couldn't get it. Good rebound from Ballard. She gives right back to Culpepper. Now Richardson up top. Trying to drive in. Steps up. Can't make a mid-range shot from the elbow. And Percy Julian gets a stop there with 1:45 left in the first. Firing a pass down the floor that was deflected. Percy Julian was able to come away with it anyway with Brinson. Now driving in. Thomas. She'll float one. Can't get it either. Good rebound from Logan Banks as the Indians jog back up the floor here. Culpepper. Now Richardson pulls one. Elbow shot, no good, as Banks could not come up with a board there. Jada Harris with it for Percy Julian now. She'll bounce pass one that cannot connect. Maybe there was a foul called instead. Goes against Maya Richardson.
And Percy Julian kind of making a living here at the free throw line. 3 of their 9 points have come from the free throw line, and some more chance to add on to that here.
So 2 more free throws coming. The first one is off the back iron with 1:11 left in the first. Second free throw on the way now for Mariana Harris. Both her and Jada Harris on the floor here tonight. They did not play against Wetumpka a couple of weeks ago. Couldn't make the second free throw either. It was knocked out of bounds, though. And I believe Percy Julian will remain with possession here, as I think it was last touched by the Indians. Inbounding for the Phoenix is Haston. She'll fire one into Brinson, who retreats and resets for Percy Julian. Now driving down the right side of the lane, and way too much on the layup effort there. Overshot it. Just had a full head of steam that was a little bit too much for her. Smith has it now. She'll pull a 3 for Wetumpka. No good there as she tries to chase down her own board. She's got it in the near corner, looping around now as she's trying to put some dribble moves on Brinson, and it draws a reach-in foul against Bilquis Brinson.
Aaliyah Humphrey checked back into the game, taking the spot of Layla Culpepper. Good to see that she's all right.
Smith gets the inbound. She'll pull a 3 and catch and shoot, and it falls. 16-9 Wetumpka. The second made 3 now for Lexi Smith. Whistle blown and a travel called on Percy Julian before Tiana Thomas could even make it past half court. 30 seconds left in the first. Humphrey inbounding at midcourt again. Humphrey will give to Richardson. What might be the last possession of the quarter, depending on how Wetumpka takes this. Might go to Lexi Smith again, but she'll give back to Humphrey. Now Richardson. Smith in the far corner, driving down the baseline. A pass to Ballard that she could not corral. Tiana Thomas comes away with it. Now fast break, trying to get a lay. Can't, as Jada Harris could not get it to fall. A rebound here from Richardson as she races down. Time expiring, and they will not get another shot off. Into the first quarter, Indians with a 7-point lead, 16-9 on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care, our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Golf Video. Live event and video production elevating your next project. Let Jackson Dean and his team make your event look like $1 million. Online at golfvideo.io.
Central Alabama Community College is building brighter futures right here at home. With affordable tuition, flexible programs, and campuses across the region, CAC helps students start strong and go far. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success. Indians leading it 16-9 as we enter the second quarter of play. Wetumpka will have possession to start the period. Maya Richardson giving to Lexi Smith. Now Richardson back to Humphrey. Also on the floor is Queen Ballard and Logan Banks standing in the paint. Smith will have it now, passing back and forth with Humphrey as she directs traffic. Finding Smith again, near corner three, and overshot it just a bit. Percy Julian comes away with a board there. Amariana Harris with a nice play off the glass. Now Brinson, she'll dish it over. Jada Harris pulls a mid-range two, no good. Good effort from Aaliyah Humphrey there to scoop it up on a free chance for the board. Now Smith pulling a long three, no good. Ballard with a rebound, fighting inside and showing the height advantage there. She easily manages to drop one in. 18-9 Wetumpka now as Amariana Harris quickly pulls a corner three that is well off the mark. It was Humphrey who got it, tried to give to Smith, who almost was going to give it right back. Instead, she misfired and it was taken away. Brinson couldn't get an easy layup there as Richardson brings it right back down. No look pass. Humphrey near corner three, overshot at that time, and a rebound there from Harris. Amariana Harris giving to Jada Harris as she tries to drive inside and will get a lay to go. 18-11 Wetumpka, 6:30 left in the second quarter. Richardson, step back, pulling a two, and off target again. This time Percy Julian taking advantage of a wild ball there. She got a rebound. Harris couldn't get a lay, neither could Brinson, and Wetumpka with it again. With numbers here, they'll look inside. Ballard in the paint, can't get it to go, but again, drawing the foul.
And third trip here to the free throw line, or actually, sorry, scratch that. Second trip to the free throw line for Queen Ballard here.
Well, the last time she was up to the line, it was also on a shooting foul, and she ended up missing 3 opportunities off that lane violation, and misses this one as well. Indians will make a substitution. Layla Culpepper coming in for Maya Richardson, so it's Culpepper, Smith, Ballard, Humphrey, and Banks on the floor right now for Wetumpka. Second free throw coming for Ballard, and she's got that one. 19-11 Wetumpka. Percy Julian quickly trying to get down court. Finds Jada Harris. She'll pull a 2 that is, again, off target here. Had a lot of shot opportunities. She hasn't been able to take advantage of them yet. Humphrey with it now. Jada Harris right now with 2 points for Percy Julian. Culpepper working with Humphrey. Floating a pass inside now. This is Banks. She pulls a floater that will go. Beautiful looking shot there off a spin and floater.
And what a great way for Banks to earn her first points of the night. Great moves and a great shot.
Indians almost forced a turnover in the backcourt. They're still making it tough on Percy Julian, but they finally get across with Brinson. She fires to Jada Harris, who pulls a long 2 as she was standing on the line. Couldn't get it to fall, though. Culpepper came away with it, and Banks will give to Smith. Smith looking inside. Banks, now Ballard. She tries to put one up and will make it once again. Ballard making her presence felt so far in the lane. She's got 9. Phoenix with it. Maston passed it to Mariana Harris. And this time from inside the paint, she'll get it to fall.
Not too many paint shots here falling for the Phoenix. Good to see them get things going a little bit.
They've had a lot of opportunities on fast breaks. They really have not been able to take advantage so far. Logan Banks standing in the paint. She'll pull a mid-range shot. Can't get it, but a rebound by Ballard. And the putback no good either. Phoenix again with numbers down the floor. Jada Harris, now Mariana Harris. She'll lay it in off the glass.
Points on back-to-back possessions there for Mariana Harris, all coming from inside the paint there.
23-15, a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Winchester. 4:15 left to go in the second quarter. And Wetumpka right now has been trying to take advantage of the opportunities, but really Percy Julian is the one that has been struggling for the most part. They've had multiple fast break chances, and it almost feels like they're setting themselves up for opportunities down the floor while they're playing defense. You'll notice just about every time so far, Mitch, Wetumpka has gotten a basket. Percy Julian has somehow ended up with numbers on the other end of the floor on what's turned into fast breaks.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is them trying to escape this full court press that the Indians have kind of played on and off a little bit throughout this first quarter and a half, and just hustling down the floor are the Phoenix. And like you mentioned, it's leading to not only one person down there for the Phoenix, but a second as well. And when you got 2 down there, it's hard to get those numbers back in time, especially coming off of a main basket, because you want to be down there trying to get second chance points if the bucket doesn't fall through.
Indians coming out of the huddle now with an 8-point advantage in the second quarter. 4:15 left to play. Make sure to stick around for our City of Wetumpka halftime show coming up in just a bit, and then we'll also have coverage of the boys game immediately following this girls matchup. Wetumpka with possession out of the timeout here. Aaliyah Humphrey will inbound for the Indians.
And worth noting, it almost feels like an Indians home game here. Probably twice as many Indians fans compared to Phoenix.
Plenty of black and gold in the stands for sure. Richardson with it. She'll try and step up, pulling a mid-range shot that is off target from outside of the lane. Banks with a good rebound. Tick one dribble, and then she'll go back up and got it to fall. 25-15 Wetumpka halfway through the second quarter.
Surprised to see no foul call on that either. A lot of contact there for Logan Banks, but great job to finish anyway.
Brinson pulling a 3, misfired again. Percy Julian has taken about 4 3-point shots. I'm not sure that they have touched iron on any of them yet, as Wetumpka misfiring a pass there. Richardson was looking for Smith. It goes out of bounds. Lexi Smith coming out of the ball game here. And for Wetumpka, it'll be Peak coming back in. We're entering for the first time tonight, that is. Zaria Peak, as a pass was misfired there. Boy, Percy Julian was trying to get it to Angelia Hicks, and it was Culpepper who knocked it out of play. It hit a fan there in the head who was walking by. She seems to be okay, thankfully. And we resume. Percy Julian with Brinson. Brinson retreating. She'll give back to Hicks. Looking to try and drive inside with the right hand. She'll touch it off the glass and get it to go. 25-17 now, Wetumpka with Aaliyah Humphrey here. We're finally starting to see some of those layups go for Percy Julian. Richardson now a long pass to Peak, now looking inside. Culpepper can't get it. Banks almost had a rebound, but lost it, and it goes out of bounds. Percy Julian ball.
Waiting here for a second while Angelia Hicks has to tuck in her jersey, but got it squared away now, and they'll inbound it.
Phoenix with Hicks. She'll look to fire it inside again. Amariana Harris wasn't tall enough to catch the one that flew overhead as the pass goes out of bounds. Culpepper to Richardson here as they bring it back up. Now Zaria Peak thought about a three. Gives to Banks instead. She steps up. Can't get the short pull-up shot to go. And Percy Julian comes away with it. Angelia Hicks again. Now Thomas, now Brinson. They'll look inside, and a nice bucket there from under the basket. It's Amariana Harris.
She's kind of been the spark here for the Phoenix offense, really doing a great job in the paint.
6 points so far for Harris as Logan Banks is caught in a tie-up here with two Percy Julian players. It was Tiana Thomas and Jada Harris who both got involved in it, forced the jump ball, which will result in a turnover. Phoenix with the basketball now. Thomas giving to Brinson. Now a pass. Amariana Harris pulling one, a long two from the far corner. No good. Brinson got the board, was looking to pass, and had it batted out of bounds by Banks. Percy Julian still with possession. We're just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Indians making substitutions. Lexi Smith on the floor along with Culpepper, Humphrey, Ballard, and Banks. Hicks gets it in play to Brinson. Now Jada Harris, a three ball, no good. Hit the backboard, still has not touched the rim as it goes out of bounds. Wetumpka will still have possession, Alfred. Minute 45 left in the half now. Richardson to Smith. And Richardson again, now Culpepper. Going around the arc. A floater pass inside that goes right back out. Banks had it for a moment. Now Richardson open. She'll drive down the lane. Got the layup. And she draws a foul. It was Tiana Thomas that time who had a lot of contact with Maya Richardson. Drawing the foul and one opportunity here for Maya Richardson as she heads to the line.
That was a great move there from Richardson. Kind of saw the contact coming her way, but kept going straight ahead. Switched the ball over to her left hand. Good finish there, and unfortunately not able to convert on the and one free throw.
Yeah, Richardson misses the free throw as Hicks will give it over to Brinson. Now a three ball from Thomas that goes. Possibly. It might have been a two there. No, they're going to say it's a three. She was awfully close to that line there, but they'll give her credit for it. 27-22 with a minute 5 left to go in the half. Richardson driving down the baseline, lost it on her way up as Hicks picks it up. Hicks will slow things down up top with 1 minute to go in the half. Three ball again from Thomas. She's got another one. Back-to-back threes from Tiana Thomas. Cuts it to a 2-point game now. Lexi Smith, she pulls a three. Can't answer the work of Tiana Thomas as Percy Julian comes away with a board. Angelia Hicks with it, and with 35 seconds left in the half, suddenly Percy Julian has a chance to tie or take the lead. A three again from Hicks, trying to bank it. Couldn't get that one. Tiana Thomas, the only one to make them so far. She's got back-to-back threes moments ago. Now Wetumpka turning it over here. Picked up by Brinson. She'll drive in. Couldn't make the lay. Rebound Hicks. She can't get it either. Brinson another chance. She's got it this time. And we're tied 27-27. 5 seconds left in the half. Smith, long three. And it is short. And that will end the first half. Wetumpka dominated the first about 15 minutes of that half. And then in the final minute and a half or so, Percy Julian manages to storm back from down 10, and they tie it up 27-27 at the halftime point. We'll take a break. When we come back, the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
Gear up for a flavor victory at Wharf Casual Seafood. Whether you're craving seafood classics like shrimp or crab claws, or wanting to tackle a juicy burger or crisp salad, we've got your winning play. Dine in with us or grab a meal to go and find out why every bite is a win at Wharf Casual Seafood. Check out our menu at wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Come to Collier.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road.
Come to Collier. This is the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Gavin Baxley here for the City of Wetumpka halftime show. Indians dominated that first quarter and a half, but Percy Julian came storming back with an 11-0 run to end out the half, and we are all knotted at 27. Queen Ballard is leading the way here for the Indians. She's got 9 of the Indians' 27 points and has quite a few boards to go with it. 7 boards for her, as well as a block and a steal. Lexi Smith came out and nailed 2 threes in that first half, and Smith did a great job from beyond the arc. Has a couple of assists too to go with it as well, and a board for her as well. Maya Richardson came in, has 5 points on the night and quite a few rebounds. Not super typical from Maya Richardson, really showing off that hustle, is kind of doing it on both ends of the floor. Got 6 boards for her as well. And Aaliyah Humphrey nailed a 3 in that first half, but thing that sticks out to me about Aaliyah Humphrey's numbers right now, 6 assists for her, something she has done well all season long. On the other side, Percy Julian's got 3 players tied with 6 points, leading the team there. Bequeese Brenson has 6, as well as Tiana Thomas with 6, and Amariana Harris with 6 as well there for the Phoenix.
Yeah, and you mentioned Humphrey, who's always been someone who's able to really deal it for this Indians team, and so she's not having the highest of scoring nights thus far, but she always makes sure that her impact is felt. They got to keep getting those threes to fall. We saw the Indians get really hot with Humphrey, Smith, and Richardson all making threes in, I believe, back-to-back possessions there. And then things kind of went cold for Wetumpka from beyond the arc. So you got to try and find that rhythm again, but also keep that focus on Queen Ballard in the paint. If you can't get those threes to fall, though, it's going to get tougher and tougher to get things going from under the basket with Queen Ballard, because they're going to continue to try and focus in on that and allow Wetumpka to pull threes when they feel like they cannot make them. On Percy Julian's end, though, you got to look at the fast break opportunities. They've had a lot of them. They haven't been able to make a lot of them up until the last minute and a half or so of the first half. And Amariana Harris has been a big part of that with 6. But we've seen Jada Harris has been really one of the main people who have had opportunities to drive in and get those layups, and she has not been able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities so far. If she can get going, that will help Percy Julian be able to come out on top, which we certainly hope will not happen. It's 27-27. Wetumpka tied up with Percy Julian after the, I believe, 10-point run there to end the first half. Made it all knotted up at 27 each. We'll take a break. When we come back, the second half of Wetumpka and Percy Julian in the girls matchup on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care, our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier. Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on. Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Just about ready for the second half of play here, as Wetumpka is all knotted up with Percy Julian, 27-27 after the first half of play. Gavin Baxley and Mitch Petrie here as we get ready for the last 16 minutes of this girls matchup. And then we'll have the boys matchup after that. Wetumpka and Percy Julian for the boys starting about 10 minutes after the conclusion of this one, which has been action-packed so far, all tied up in what we really thought seemed like it was going to be a game where Wetumpka was going to pull away a good bit. But Percy Julian stormed back there at the end of that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about those fast break points there for the Phoenix, and a big part of that comes off of the couple of turnovers that the Indians had in that first half. 8 turnovers, and definitely something that the Indians are going to want to clean up here in this second half.
Percy Julian still in their huddle. Wetumpka is ready to go, though. They've got everyone on the floor for them in their black and gold uniforms, while Percy Julian in their all-white jerseys tonight. On the floor for the Indians, Aaliyah Humphrey, Maya Richardson, Queen Ballard, Logan Banks, and Layla Culpepper. Humphrey with it as she gives to Richardson. Back and forth. They'll keep moving it around, trying to catch Percy Julian out of place. They give to Banks now, who tries to drive inside, but she's going to get called for putting an elbow out there, and an offensive foul against Banks to open up the half.
Definitely not what you want to see if you're the Indians. Turnover there, and not what you're looking for to start the half. Percy Julian carries all the momentum here in this third quarter and giving them a little bit more.
Hicks has it. She'll give up top to Tiana Davis. Back to Hicks again. Right beyond the arc. She'll pull a three. No good. And Ballard with a rebound. Well, we saw Percy Julian struggle from beyond the arc. They finally got it going there, but it was all with Tiana Thomas. She made back-to-back threes. No one else has made one for Percy Julian so far. Aaliyah Humphrey has it from the top of the key. And she gives to Richardson. Open for three. Pulls it from the near wing. No good. Rebound from Ballard. She'll go back up. Couldn't get it on the first. Got it on the second effort, though. Breaks the tie. It's 29-27. 7 minutes left in the third. Hicks, a bounce pass to an open Brinson. Thought about pulling a three, then thought otherwise. Tiana Davis, or Thomas that is, giving back to Hicks up top. Now Brinson, check that. Jada Harris, she pulls a three, no good. Brinson there for the rebound. Back to Harris. Jada pulls it again, and same spot, same result. Back-to-back missed threes there for Jada Harris. Wetumpka takes a possession. Humphrey will back up, wait for the call here from Winchester. As coach fouls it up for him, they get ready to roll here. Humphrey handing to Richardson. She'll try and drive, backs away from it. Now back up top again with Humphrey. Richardson, near wing, pulls the three, and a little too much on it that time. Good effort, though, and a rebound for the Indians with Culpepper. Humphrey tried to drive inside, handed it to Ballard, who easily got that one to go.
That was a good pass there, or I guess rather handoff from Aaliyah Humphrey. Got all the Percy Julian defenders looking her direction, thought she was going to take it all the way, but instead passes to Queen Ballard, who comes away with the bucket.
Tiana Thomas had a wide open look from three, and she chose otherwise, and then she gave to Hicks, who got fouled just a moment ago. Angelia Hicks drawing the foul from beyond the arc. It was called against Layla Culpepper. Percy Julian will inbound here. It was called on the floor. It's 31-27 so far in this second half. Indians have outscored the Phoenix 4-0. Thomas in the near corner, far corner, gave to Hicks. Right back to Thomas. She misses the three, and a rebound there from Logan Banks. Humphrey lobbing a pass to Richardson. She'll try and drive down the baseline. Ran out of real estate and gave back to Humphrey. Now up top is Culpepper. Humphrey with it again. As Wetumpka resets with just over 5 minutes left in the third. Banks will set a pick. She'll go for the pick and roll here. Gave it to Banks. Got a shot off the bank. Draws the foul as well. And she will head to the free throw line.
And that was a good move there from Logan Banks. Kind of the pick and roll, a timeless classic here in basketball, and executed to perfection there. Set the pick, found the open woman, and great pass there from Aaliyah Humphrey to let it all happen.
Another and one opportunity, just the second that we've seen so far tonight as Maya Richardson had one earlier. She couldn't take advantage of the free throw. Banks can't either. She short-armed it and airballed on the free throw there as it goes out of play. Nonetheless, 2 points on that possession for Wetumpka makes it a 6-0 start for the black and gold in the third quarter. 5 minutes left in the period, and it's 33-27 Wetumpka. Percy Julian with it in the far corner. That's Amariana Harris. Caught in a tie-up here. Layla Culpepper got in there, and she will force the jump ball.
Great basketball IQ there from Layla Culpepper. Did a good job there. Saw that her woman had nobody to pass to. Everybody was covered and just reaches right for it, ties it up there. And I think the possession arrow will still point the way of the Phoenix, but good opportunity there.
Yeah, Percy Julian will keep it here as Angelia Hicks will inbound after getting caught in the tie-up a moment ago. Jada Harris has it up top. A bounce pass to Hicks, who's looking to drive but gives instead, and it comes right back to her. Now, from the free throw line, a missed opportunity from Tiana Thomas. Good rebound, though, and a bad shot effort from Angelia Hicks. Couldn't get that one to fall. She was kind of falling backwards as she pulled it from mid-range. As now Humphrey will draw a foul on the other end. Was just about getting ready to drive in, and a reach-in called instead. She'll inbound from just in front of the Indians' bench. So after that big run for Percy Julian, a bit of a drought. Indians trying to take advantage. A three-pointer no good there from Aaliyah Humphrey as Ballard fights for a rebound. Threw it off Tiana Thomas before it went out of play, and that will maintain possession for Wetumpka.
And that's a great job there from Ballard. And want to note that was with her left hand, non-dominant hand, so really good hand-eye coordination there to catch it, not only catch it, but shoot it right off the chest there of Thomas.
Inbound here goes to Ballard as she goes up for it, and a jump ball is called as she got caught in a tie-up as she gets it and she holds it above her head. And if you do that for too long, you typically give your defenses opportunities to reach for it, and that's what happened there. Got caught in the tie-up. Wetumpka still has possession off of it, though. Humphrey tried to give to Ballard, but first she was fouled by Bilquis Brinson. That is her third foul of the night with 4:11 left in the third. Still a scoreless quarter for Percy Julian. Wetumpka, after giving up a big run to end the half, coming out of the locker room and putting one together of their own. Almost turned it over there. Keandria Campbell had stolen it away, but then on the fast break effort, she overshot the pass there, and Culpepper took it back. Humphrey with a no-look pass to Banks, who drives inside, runs into a wall of Keandria Campbell there, who thought she was stopped and had her feet planted, but they're going to call a defensive foul anyway. Blocking foul against Keandria Campbell, and Logan Banks will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's just a tough foul there. She kind of got clipped in the head.
Yeah, she could feel it a little bit. She was kind of took a moment to get up. They're going to let her walk around for just a second. Now she is ready to shoot two. Was a shooting foul, by the way, though Percy Julian has now committed 4 fouls in this third quarter, so one more and the Indians are in the bonus the rest of the way through the third. There's 3:49 left in the period as Banks missed the first free throw. Second one on the way and will go in and out. Couldn't connect there. Tiana Thomas with a rebound for Percy Julian. A missed shot there for Percy Julian as they get the board. Angelia Hicks having it. She'll give to Jada Harris, driving down the baseline, trying to find room as she's in trouble now. Trapped by Banks and Ballard. And a timeout there by Coach Callahan will save the Phoenix. Where Jada Harris just ran into trouble there as Banks and Ballard just closed in on her, got her put in a corner essentially. And Coach Jennifer Callahan was racing down the sideline there to call that timeout.
Yeah, she was hustling. Looked like she was on a fast break there. Just really ran straight down to the official. Wanted to make sure she got it off. But good job by Queen Ballard. She was already down there guarding them. And then Logan Banks just came in, really sealed off that trap, made sure there was nowhere to go there for Hicks. And almost just seconds away from a tie up there.
Coach Winchester's got to be happy with how this second half has started. You give up a big run there before going into the locker room, but you come right back out and you go on a 6-0 run and counting with 3:30 left in the third quarter. As Wetumpka's got the 6-point lead now, 33-27. Inbounding for Percy Julian, Angelia Hicks from the baseline. She'll try and lob one, not sure where she was going with it as Humphrey takes it away. She'll go coast to coast, couldn't get the lay. Banks coming in hot for the rebound, and she will get it instead. 35-27 Wetumpka now, 3:15 left in the period. In the near corner, Hicks looking for space. She'll give over to Campbell. Campbell couldn't get it from under the basket as she spun around in the post. Good rebound from Culpepper as now Humphrey will bring it across. Quickly trying to drive in with the right hand. Couldn't get it, but another foul is drawn, I believe, against Keandria Campbell that time, and yes, it is.
That's fifth foul of the quarter there against Percy Julian, so any more here, Indians will be heading straight to the free throw line on any of them.
Was a shooting foul nonetheless in this case. Humphrey will shoot 2 now for Wetumpka. Indians getting ready to make a substitution. Maya Richardson set to come in for the Indians as Humphrey makes the first. Richardson coming in. Queen Ballard will come out. So it's Richardson, Smith with Banks, Humphrey, and Culpepper. Percy Julian going to make one as well here, as Mariana Harris will come in for Keandria Campbell. Angelia Hicks, Bilquis Brinson on the floor, as well as Jada Harris and Tiana Thomas. Second free throw good as well. Humphrey goes 2 for 2 on that trip, and it makes it 37-27, a 10-0 run to start this second half. Percy Julian still looking for the first points. A pass was deflected and sent out of bounds. It was Thomas looking for someone on the baseline there, but Humphrey slapped it out of play. From the baseline again, open 3, off target from Brinson. They do get the board, but couldn't get the putback there as Amariana Harris had a look at it. Richardson now racing down the floor, trying to do it herself. Instead, she'll give to Humphrey, who was open for 3, decides not to as she gives to Banks instead in the post, spinning, looking, goes up, can't connect. Rebound there from Harris. Whistle's blown, and they're going to go with a foul this time. Humphrey thought she was going to get in on a tie-up between her and Amariana Harris, but won't get the benefit that time. Coach Winchester wanted the jump ball as well.
I think that's probably the right call. The jump ball is, and not what the officials blew. Didn't see a reach-in of any sort on that possession, but officials disagree.
Jada Harris was trapped for a moment, gave to Tiana Thomas, who immediately pulls a 3 after picking it up off the deck. Couldn't get it. Banks got a rebound there, but it was immediately slapped out of play. Angelia Hicks slapped it out of bounds. Wetumpka holds on to possession, though. 2:15 left in the third now. Richardson gives to Humphrey. Now one more pass to Smith. Pump fakes, now goes up and got it from right outside the paint. Makes it 39-27. What a third quarter it has been for Wetumpka.
Yeah, great job from Lexi Smith right there. Faked the pump, really got everybody to commit to the pump fake, had her defender slide by, and good finish.
Mariana Harris in the far corner. She'll give over to Angelia Hicks. Looking for somewhere to go. Bounce pass inside, poked away there by Banks. And Percy Julian will have to inbound it here from the baseline. Minute 41 left in the period as Wetumpka makes a couple substitutions now. Peak and Ballard coming in for Aaliyah Humphrey and Layla Culpepper. Inbound will go to Brinson on the far corner as her and Hicks work together. Now a pass to Thomas in the paint. Spinning, couldn't get it to go off the glass. Rebound effort sends it back out of play, and Percy Julian will get another chance at it.
And this game's kind of been a game of runs here. Percy Julian ended the first half there on a 10-0 run, and now Indians come out in this quarter with a 12-0 run, taking their lead right back.
Percy Julian still with possession here. They'll give to Campbell, who just checked in. She couldn't get the mid-range shot to go. As now Richardson racing down the floor. She'll go up. Couldn't get it. Foul is called, though, in the process. I was waiting for the official to give a signal there. They blew the whistle, but was pausing for dramatic effect. It was called against Tiana Thomas. I was a little concerned they might have gotten her for a charge there, but instead a blocking foul is called. Richardson shooting 2 for Wetumpka, trying to extend what is now a 12-0 run in this third quarter. First free throw from Richardson is good, as Wetumpka continues to keep their foot on the pedal here. One more free throw coming with 1:23 left to go in the third. Again, remember, we've got a boys matchup coming up after this, so make sure to stick around in what is the final area game of the regular season before we get ready for the area tournament in just a couple weeks. First weekend of February will be the weekend for that tournament, as the 3-ball is missed there from Mariana Thomas. Richardson, coast to coast, racing down. Underhand lay will not fall, but another foul is called against Angelia Hicks. Tried to reach for the block there from behind. It'll be her second foul of the game. And Richardson back at the free throw line once again. She's had a few trips in this ball game as she makes the first free throw. A 15-point advantage for Wetumpka now. Second free throw, not quite as fortunate. Rebound by Hicks. 42-27 with a minute left to go in the third. Brinson will drive in and could not get anything there as she pulled it and airballed a little bit. Banks got trapped, tried to jump and pass, but forgot about the passing part there and was called for an up, down, and a travel.
Yeah, and I think part of that is all the other Indians were racing down the court. I don't think anybody was waiting around for that pass. So when she went up, trying to get that ball over the hands of those Percy Julian defenders, nobody was home for it.
Jada Harris has it. Indians are racing around defensively here. A long 2 pulled by Angelia Hicks, and finally the first bucket of the second half for Percy Julian makes it 42-29. 15-2 is the score in this quarter, as Percy Julian forces a stop again, quickly racing down, and here we go again. Percy Julian with another lay. Bilquis Brinson cuts it to 11, and late in periods, Wetumpka has struggled a little bit to keep Percy Julian at bay. Richardson to Banks, one more pass to a wide open Ballard under the basket, and that's about as easy as they come. Gets that to go, and it's 44-31. 10 seconds left in the third. Brinson, she'll fire off a pass. Jada Harris pulling a contested 3, no good. Wetumpka with it with 2-1, and a heave from Banks will not make it there as we end quarter number 3. 44-31, Wetumpka dominant in the third quarter as they have the advantage with 1 quarter to go on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road.
Come to Collier.
105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Precision Floor Care is your local experts for tile, grout, stone, brick, and concrete. From cleaning and sealing to full decorative finishes, they deliver precise results every time. Trust Brent Turner and the hometown team that cares about our community. Call Precision Floor Care today or visit callpfc.com. Wetumpka leading it over Percy Julian in this girls matchup, 44-31 as we enter quarter number 4. Alongside Mitch Petrie, I'm Gavin Baxley. And the Wetumpka Indians are looking to close out area play of the regular season with a win. Right now sitting at 1-2 in area play, 15-7 on the year. And this would certainly be a solid way to end area play, as the Indians already know they'll take on Percy Julian again in just a couple weeks in that area tournament out in Millbrook. Percy Julian will have possession to start the fourth quarter as Brinson will give to Harris. Amariana Harris pulling a three. That was Angelia Hicks that pulled it and nailed it as she cuts it to 10 now, 44-34.
That was a deep three. Shot that one from probably about 5 feet beyond the arc. An impressive shot there for the Phoenix.
Smith gave to Banks, and she could not get the mid-range shot to go from inside the paint. Brinson has it now for Percy Julian. Trailing by 10, trying to cut it back to single digits. Hicks has it, thought about a three. Now she'll look for some space in that far corner. Backing away, a long pass across the way to Brinson. She'll try and drive in now. Across her body, pulls a shot in the paint that will not fall as they come away with a board. Now a three-pointer again from Hicks, no good. This time a rebound from Harris. Jada Harris couldn't get it to fall either. Multiple chances on that possession. Percy Julian comes up empty. Humphrey for Wetumpka. After a dominant third quarter, Indians outscored the Phoenix 15-2 or 15-4 in that last period as Queen Ballard standing in the paint went up for it, but they're going to say there was a foul on the floor before that. It'll be called against Malaysia Haston. And Wetumpka will inbound. Thought they could have gotten that one as a shooting foul there, but nonetheless, Wetumpka will have possession still as Humphrey inbounds from the baseline and gives to Smith up top. A just missile of a pass there to Kai Dillard as it goes right back to Smith at the top of the key. Smith looking for somewhere to go, heavily defended by Brinson. A pass now inside to Ballard that is stolen away, then saved by Haston. What a defensive effort from her as a jump ball is called.
It was a great defensive effort there, and great job and awareness by Aaliyah Humphrey to come crashing in as she saw Hicks with the ball, nowhere to go, and just really came in real quick, tied it up, and great job there to force the turnover.
Yeah, so after all the effort there from Haston, Wetumpka still coming away with it off of that jump ball. And Wetumpka will have it up top with Richardson. Now Culpepper, Humphrey, open for three. She'll drive in down the baseline instead. Couldn't get the floater to go. Rebound, though, from Richardson. She can't connect either. Kai Dillard with a board now. Kicking back out. Richardson, three ball, no good. Rebound there now from Culpepper, and she will get it. Plenty of opportunities on that possession. I think everybody got a chance, and it was Culpepper to finish it off.
And great hustle all around from the Indians to just keep coming in, keep crashing the boards, and keep giving their offense a chance to score some more points.
46-34 Wetumpka as a foul is called on the other end now against Maya Richardson. It was Malaysia Haston that had possession and called on the floor here. So Percy Julian will just inbound this. Driving in now is Jada Harris. Cannot get it to go on the floater. Culpepper with a nice rebound. Launching it down the floor in a football pass kind of way. Caught by Richardson and given to Dillard. Now Humphrey has it. Quickly trying to penetrate inside, but she'll give to Banks instead. Standing in the post, going up for it. Showing the size as she gets it to go.
And that's no problem for Logan Banks anytime. Just one-on-one coverage down low in that low post. Just no problem for her. Great moves there to find some open space and get the shot up.
Well, she's definitely got the size advantage over Haston. A couple inches taller than her for sure. As they give to Richardson now on a fast break that toilet bowls around, will not fall. Dillard battling for this possession of it. She dove on it and a timeout called by Coach Winchester. What an effort from Kai Dillard, racing around the floor there to grab it and keeping possession with Wetumpka as the Indians take the timeout.
Yeah, that was, like you mentioned, great hustle from Dillard, and then also great job there from Coach Winchester. Smart play to call the timeout there as Dillard was on her back, kind of holding that ball. All the Indians had started to kind of get back on defense. No outlet pass for her, so takes the timeout there, saves the possible jump ball call or turnover.
5:04 left to go in the fourth quarter as Wetumpka has extended its lead now to 14 at 48-34. Stay connected with Central Access. Get blazing fast internet starting at 300 megabits per second for just $59.99 a month. Reliable, affordable, and delivered straight to your door. Central Access has you covered. Central Access is your local link to broadband. Coming out of the timeout now, Wetumpka still with possession after the play of Kai Dillard, who will check out now, as Wetumpka will send out on the floor Aaliyah Humphrey, Queen Ballard, Logan Banks, Layla Culpepper, and Maya Richardson.
Starting 5 out there for the Indians to finish out this last 5.
They'll get the inbound here to Banks, who hands to Culpepper, and she will pull a 3 from the corner. That will not fall. Good rebound here from Hicks as she launches it down the floor, but it is picked off by Humphrey. Racing at full speed now, giving to Banks, who takes a floater. She will get that one to fall. That has become her bread and butter this season.
Yeah, great job in floaters, and also the mid-range shot, just kind of from that 5 to 10 foot range, is something that Logan Banks has really perfected, it seems like.
Percy Julian was driving inside there with Angelia Hicks, and on the floater she was fouled. So she will now shoot 2. She didn't make the bucket, but gets a chance at the line now with a 50-34 ball game, with 4:34 remaining. Having to clean up a wet spot here after the contact. And speaking of wet spots, by the way, we haven't seen it yet, but in the JV game, we had a bit of an issue right in front of Wetumpka's bench where there was a leak in the roof that was causing a bit of a wet spot in the near corner from beyond the arc. And fortunate to have not had any issue with it so far in this girls' game, but not quite sure what the conditions are outside. I imagine if the rain picks up again, we could see that be an issue later on, but hopefully not. It's been an interesting time so far at Percy Julian High School dealing with that. Made the first free throw there, did Angelia Hicks. Make it 50-35. Second free throw good as well. And it is 50-36. 4:30 left. As Richardson spinning, got the dribble behind the back there as she drove in, couldn't get the lay, but the battle for the board sends it out of bounds. Wetumpka will maintain possession.
That was a great dribble behind the back there from Maya Richardson. Didn't even slow down or hesitate at all, just did it full speed ahead, and officials are actually going to flip the call here on the floor, say it's Percy Julian's.
Now they discussed it for a moment. Initially they did call it with Wetumpka, and now Percy Julian takes over with it with 4:20 left to play. Hicks has it, trying to drive down that baseline. She'll fire back up top. Brinson with it, driving down the left side now. She will lose control a bit, but she did manage to get a lay effort that draws a foul. And this time it'll be called against Logan Banks. Percy Julian heading back to the free throw line for back-to-back possessions. It's the third foul of the night against Logan Banks. We saw Percy Julian in that first half be able to quickly close the gap on Wetumpka to tie it up after the first 16 minutes of play, and they're going to need something like that here once again. Brinson made the first free throw to cut it to 13 with one more on the way that will not drop. As it goes out of bounds, Percy Julian thinks it's theirs, and the officials agree. So Percy Julian maintaining possession after the one free throw was made there.
Yeah, and a huge part of that run that you just mentioned was turnovers on the Indians, so definitely got to watch your passing here, not let this one get out of hand.
Well, Indians almost forced a turnover, but then Percy Julian gives it right back to him anyway, as Humphrey almost stole the inbounds pass, but then the pass immediately after was misfired to Brinson and out of play. Less than 4 minutes to go now. Wetumpka with possession with Aaliyah Humphrey dealing with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, but she'll make it across no problem. Had it stripped, but Richardson's there behind her to pick it up. Culpepper now trying to drive. Lost it. Foul is called, though. Boy, it was looking pretty dicey there for a moment. Culpepper was in trouble. Had it poked away just briefly. It looked like Percy Julian was going to have a quick fast break with Angelia Hicks, but instead the foul called against Bilquis Brinson as she picks up her fourth foul. Wetumpka shooting free throws here, as when I say it was stolen away, it was a shooting effort from Culpepper. She will get the first free throw to rim around, but finally drop through. Second free throw from Culpepper, no good. Hicks came away with a rebound, almost stepped out of bounds, but threw it off Richardson to keep possession with Percy Julian. 3:40 left to go, 51-37 Wetumpka. Tiana Thomas bringing it up and giving to Hicks. Hicks looking at the defensive setup here. As she'll give over. Now back to Hicks. She drives inside. Got a floater to fall there. Tiana Thomas had it for a moment and gave it right back. And Hicks got that floater to fall. 51-39 now. Wetumpka with the advantage. Humphrey holding on to it here. Going to just burn a little bit of clock. Now she'll try and dribble with it. Drive inside. The jelly roll away off the glass is good.
Great moves there from Aaliyah Humphrey. Not only the spin move to get a momentum and start crashing down the lane, but jump in the air. Nice little fingertip roll in.
Ball was tipped back into the backcourt. Percy Julian got it, but immediately turned it over again. Humphrey on a fast break will lay it in. Indians trying to provide a little bit of insurance here in the final couple of minutes. 2:30 to go. It's 55-39.
And if you're the Phoenix, you got to start scoring a little bit quickly. Time is quickly becoming a hindrance to your ability to get back into this game.
Brinson missed a floater. They pass back out to Brinson, though, as they got that board. She missed the three as well. Humphrey will be fouled at about midcourt as Wetumpka will inbound. Humphrey's going to come out of the ball game here. Lexi Smith coming in her place with 2:15 to play. Smith inbounding for the Indians. Well, scratch that. A timeout called first by Coach Winchester. Wants to talk things over as we get to the final couple of minutes, and I imagine that you call that timeout just to get everyone to settle down a little bit, make sure they understand the mission here, knowing that Percy Julian can close a gap as quickly as we saw in that first half.
Yeah, and you got to think that Coach Winchester is going to be telling the girls right now, unless you've got a wide open path or you see a wide open woman, just kind of keep passing around, try to eat away at this clock a little bit, because with only 2 minutes and 15 seconds left and a 16-point gap here for the Phoenix, just try to eat away as much clock as you can and secure this win.
2:15 left as we come out of the timeout. Wetumpka holding on to possession and a double-digit lead at this point with Layla Culpepper inbounding. Don't want to play it too aggressive here if you're Wetumpka, but you also want to make sure not to give up any turnovers or easy buckets for Percy Julian. Culpepper will inbound. Looking for somewhere to go with it. She will fire it to Smith in the near corner, who drives down the baseline. One pass to Ballard there, lost it. It was knocked out of bounds, though, and Wetumpka will hold on to it. Interesting battle in the post here tonight between Amari Brooks and Queen Ballard. Brooks was able to bat that one away as Percy Julian clearly getting her to lock on. Richardson has it from beyond the arc. She takes a couple steps up, was going to shoot, but had it stripped away by Hicks. Now Brinson in a fast break, can't get the lay. Rebound, though, for Percy Julian with Robinson. Hicks pulling a three now, overshot that. Brinson with a board, and very badly misfired the shot under the basket, but she was fouled in the process. Just a minute 54 left to go. Brinson at the free throw line after Maya Richardson was called for that foul, her second. Indians getting ready to make another substitution here as Charlisa Gibbs getting ready to go in for the Indians. Oh, check that, Madison McDade. So McDade will go in for the first time tonight in the place of Queen Ballard as Wetumpka leads it by 15. Brinson with the second free throw, and she makes both of them here to make it 55-41. Minute 50 left to go. Richardson now up the floor, has Smith, who had an open look, but she'll instead burn some more clock. Gives to McDade, back to Smith. Richardson up top again. Now Culpepper on the far wing. Just dribbling around, trying to make this as difficult on Percy Julian as possible. Smith almost had it stolen, now stumbling for it as Percy Julian takes it away briefly. They're scrambling for it, and they get tied up there as Banks and Brinson both got a hand on it, and the jump ball will go to Percy Julian. 1:20 left now. Phoenix with possession, down by 14. Again, make sure to stick around. We'll have post-game coverage of this girls matchup, and then we'll get ready for the boys matchup about 10 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game. Should be a fun one for the Indians that got a 57-52 win last matchup in about 2 weeks ago, as Percy Julian manages to get a quick basket there with Brinson, who drove in and got the lay, cutting it to 12. 55-43. Culpepper standing in the lane. She'll drive in now. Can't get the lay. Got her own board, though. Richardson giving to Dillard as she gives over to Smith, standing at the top of the key. 50 seconds left on the clock. Smith showing off the dribble moves a little bit here with 45. Now she'll drive. One more pass. Banks deflects it and goes to Culpepper instead, who was fortunately standing right behind her. 35 seconds. Dillard holding on to it here. A pass to Culpepper as Wetumpka just bleeding away this clock with no interest in actually scoring a basket here. Finally, a foul will come instead. Jakisha Robinson called for the reach in with 25 seconds left to go. Wetumpka still not in the bonus here, so they would be, though, on the next foul. 25.4 as the clock reads. Smith standing in the backcourt. She'll finally step up here, dribbling behind the back a little bit. 20 seconds as a pass deflected and sent out of bounds with 17. Wetumpka going to come away with this one and move to 16-7 on the season after these last 15 seconds expire. Maya Richardson couldn't get the floater to go with 10 seconds on the clock. Brinson will drive, and she can't make a lay either. Still fighting for it with the final seconds going off. Culpepper picks it up, and that's the ball game. Wetumpka gets a 55-43 win over Percy Julian. The girls team will sweep the Phoenix on the season with back-to-back victories over the Phoenix this year. Indians move to 16-7, 2-2 in area play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap this one and get you ready for the boys matchup of Wetumpka and Percy Julian on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
This is Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. I know buying or selling a home can feel overwhelming, but I promise you don't have to go through it alone. I'll guide you through every detail and keep things simple, clear, and stress-free. When you're ready to make a move in the River region, call me, Kathy Thornton, with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Wetumpka coming away with a 55-43 win over Percy Julian, and what an effort from this Indians team after giving up that big run there in the first half, but then coming out of the locker room with a big run of their own, outscoring Percy Julian 15-4 in the second half there in that third quarter, as we are waiting on Coach Winchester to come speak with us here in just a moment. She is on her way now as we welcome in Coach Harriet Winchester on the big win over Percy Julian. As Coach, you're just coming off that win. You've managed to sweep Percy Julian this season, but what an effort from this team, right? You see that run there at the end of the first half, come out of the locker room with a 15-4 third quarter. What did you tell the team in the locker room before that?
Just that we have to be more disciplined on defense. We told them what defense we was going to start in, and they should know that when we make the shot, we're supposed to get in a certain defense. In the first half, we were on a high from making a shot that we really didn't do what we were supposed to, but coming out of halftime, like you said, they challenged themselves to try to keep Percy Julian to under 10, and we kept them under the 4.
You saw three-pointers go down from 3 different players tonight. You saw a lot of penetration inside as well. What does this say about this team's ability to score in all facets of the game?
So it says a lot that they are continuing to be coachable and they're listening to the coaches. That's one of our game plans, just to open up both sides. If we can start hitting outside shots, then the inside is going to be open, and, of course, vice versa. And I think they used this game, just to practice it, and they did well.
Well, and you're going to see this team again in just a couple weeks with the area tournament coming up. So what do you kind of take away from both matchups with Percy Julian as you go into the area tournament in just a couple weeks?
The main thing to take away from it is we're starting off too slow. We're supposed to – our main goal is to make sure the team is fed up and, make sure they can't keep up with us. But we haven't been doing that with Percy. They've been challenging us a whole lot. But going into the third game against them, we're going to that's going to be our main focus.
Coach, appreciate you taking the time. Congrats on the win.
Yes, thank you.
Indians get the win 55-43. That was Coach Harriet Winchester who just spoke with us. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for tip-off of the boys matchup of Wetumpka and Percy Julian on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Come
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road.
Come to Collier.
Back now as we're just a couple minutes away from tip-off of Wetumpka and Percy Julian for this boys matchup. Want to recap everything from the girls matchup. We just heard from Coach Winchester a few moments ago, talked about the impressive showing that we just had from this Indians team as they managed to come out with that win 55-43 over the Phoenix, especially considering that they were tied 27-27 at the end of the first half. They come away with it in a big way, and it was thanks to multiple different people here tonight. How about Aaliyah Humphrey coming away with 9 rebounds on the night, as well as 13 assists, and that's not even to mention the fact that she came away with 9 points as well, going 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So not really the biggest night scoring from Aaliyah Humphrey that we typically would see, but really a high-impact player when it comes to the other parts of this. As you know, Nate Oates would call it the blue-collar points for this Indians team.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaliyah Humphrey may not always have the highest score in the box score, but always makes her presence felt, like you mentioned there.
Wetumpka gets the win 55-43. We'll take a quick break. When we return, Indians and Phoenix in the boys matchup on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
First Quarter Action is brought to you by State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan is there.
Ready for tip-off now as we get to, very quickly, our starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by First Community Bank. For the Indians, Jeremiah Smiley, Chris Robinson, Caleb Ballard, Andrew Voiles, and Tom Sudduth. Ballard will be set for the tip-off against Jason Harris. And quick, one key to the game brought to you by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Mitch.
Well, we love to talk about it here. Get the ball to the bigs. Caleb Ballard, 32 points in that game against Marbury last week, had everything he wanted, and hoping to see that performance continue tonight.
Indians start off the ball game with possession after Caleb Ballard winning the jump ball here. Chris Robinson with it as he gives to Andrew Voiles, trying to drive in. Now up top is Jeremiah Smiley. Ballard will try to drive. Now Robinson, open from the near three. Got it. Opening possession, 3 for the Indians to take the early lead. Phoenix now with it for the first time tonight. On the floor for them, Tahir Muhammad. He's got it right now, trying to drive in. Kicking out to Lamar Anderson, who will pull a fadeaway jumper that is no good. Damone Porter out there as well, as the Indians now quickly going back down the floor. Chris Robinson will get another lay, as it's 5 points for Robinson already in this 5-0 ball game.
Yeah, I want to go back to that opening possession. Don't see Chris fire off too many threes to start off the game, but a good shot there from him.
Jaquan Johnson rounds out the starting 5 for Percy Julian, as he just managed to drive in and get a layup, the first points of the night for the Phoenix. It's 5-2 Wetumpka, 6:50 left in the first quarter. Robinson, he'll try and drive again, going up for it once more. Off the bank, couldn't get it, but he does draw the foul.
And for a second, thought I might have another and one opportunity, but Chris heading to the charity stripe, and he's been one of the better free throw shooters on this Indians team all season long.
Lamar Anderson was called for the foul there for Percy Julian. Robinson shooting 2 free throws as he goes off the back iron there on the first one.
Sorry about that, Chris. Maybe a little bit of an announcer jinx there.
Robinson with another free throw coming with 6:44 left in the first. He's got that one, and so the Indians have 6 points. They all belong to Chris Robinson. Robinson against Percy Julian last time, finished the night with 13 points. He's already just about halfway to that in the first minute and a half. Percy Julian tried to get a bucket there as they drove in with Lamar Anderson, nothing doing. Now Tom Suddeth quickly down the floor. Andrew Voiles found him in the paint, and he got it to go.
Great find there from Robinson, and also great move there from Tom Suddeth. When he got in the air, had the ball in his left hand, had enough time to switch it to his right, and a nice little jelly roll in.
Now Percy Julian looking under the basket again. Jason Harris couldn't do anything. It was swatted away. Voiles has it now. He'll try and drive, but a charge is called against him. Came in with a full head of steam down the right side of the lane there. And getting set for the charge there was Daquan Johnson as Andrew Voiles picks up his first foul. Phoenix down by 6 after the first 2 minutes. They will get it in to Damone Porter. Robinson covering Daquan Johnson, who heaves a three. No good, but a rebound for the Phoenix. Here's Johnson. Bounce pass inside here. Damone Porter couldn't hang on to it, but it goes out of play, last touched by Wetumpka. Indians are in their all-black uniforms with the gold trim, the gold lettering, and the gold numbers, as Percy Julian will inbound again here with it. Jason Harris driving in, going up against Suddeth. Couldn't connect, as Suddeth gets the board. Big man versus big man there. Voiles heaves it down the floor. It's Ballard right there, and Ballard's called for a charge too. 2 charges called against Wetumpka in the first 2.5 minutes of play. First Voiles, now Suddeth.
Yeah, and the one against Voiles I could buy, but that one against Caleb Ballard just...
Yes, Ballard, sorry.
That one against Ballard just can't really justify. Defender definitely did not have his feet set there, as another block comes from Tom Suddeth.
Robinson picks it up as Wetumpka has been able to get down the floor quickly. Suddeth had a pass coming his way. A foul was called on Percy Julian first. It goes against Damone Porter. Percy Julian wearing their all-white uniforms with the orange numbers and orange checkerboard style down the sides of the jerseys.
Reminiscent of the Tennessee Volunteers are their jerseys.
Chris Robinson inbounding from the baseline here for the Indians with 5:20 left to go in the first quarter. Waiting for a moment as there's an official talking with the desk for just a second, but seem to have it sorted now. Robinson inbounding for the Indians. He will give to Smiley at the top of the key. Lost his dribble for a moment. Finds Suddeth in the disarray, standing in the paint. Got the bucket and the foul.
And that was honestly just a great pass there from Smiley. He kind of chucked it over his head, little just laser right to Tom Suddeth. Great job there to avoid a couple of Percy Julian defenders and spot Suddeth as well.
Makes it 10-2 now, as Suddeth will shoot the and one free throw. Suddeth will get it to go. Maybe, no. They're going to call a lane violation here against Wetumpka, and the free throw will not count. Keeps it at 10-2 with 5:12 left in the first. Tahir Muhammad trying to get out of traffic. He gives to Johnson, who pulls a three. No good. Rebound there by Chauncey Petaway. He couldn't do anything, but there was Damone Porter, who was able to go up and put it in. 10-4 now, Indians. Robinson gets it across. Had to work his way against Muhammad. Now he'll drive inside. Euro step. Got a layup.
And just every week it feels like Chris Robinson just finds another way to dribble, drive inside, and get a layup. Something it feels like he's done super well all season.
Daquan Johnson now up top as Wetumpka leads 12-4. Johnson going up against Robinson. He'll give to Cameron Ingram. Pulling a three. No good. Fighting for that board. It is batted out of bounds by Damone Porter, which will still give possession to Wetumpka there as Jeremiah Smiley was set for a rebound. Percy Julian making the first substitution tonight. Tahir Muhammad will exit. Ernest Shuford coming in for the first time. A lobbing pass almost stolen away. Still scrambling for it. Robinson picks it up. Ballard had Sudeth open, but he'll do it himself off the spin. Couldn't get the lay, but he is fouled on the rebound effort there. Called on the floor. Trying to get who that went against. I believe it was Chauncey Petaway, and it was. That's Petaway's first. They lined up for a free throw there, but they did call that on the rebound effort, so it's on the floor. Andrew Voiles inbounding for the Indians. Voiles gives to Ballard. Ballard back to Voiles in the near corner here, looking for some space. Gives to Robinson up top, steps up, three, got it again. 2 3-pointers now for Chris Robinson in the first quarter.
That's 11 points there for Robinson, getting everything he wants early.
It's been all him so far. No question about that. DeCorey Hardy with it for Percy Julian. A pass to Ingram, who now lobs to Shuford. Ernest Shuford working with Hardy, standing in that near wing. He'll bounce pass to the corner. Ingram retreating as Percy Julian trails by 11 here. Back up top again. Standing with it is Hardy. He'll drive, looking for some space. Had it slapped out by Robinson, but he picks it up. A pass is misfired to Cheney as it goes out of play.
Indians are playing some really great offense, but also just some fantastic defense right now, not letting Percy Julian get any open looks whatsoever.
Indians with possession again, as Wetumpka maintaining an 11-point advantage, 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. Robinson, a bounce pass to Voiles, as Percy Julian defensively playing some soft coverage in the backcourt, as now Shuford going up against Voiles. Ballard will drive in. He cannot get it to fall, as Hardy gets a rebound, launched it down the floor. Cameron Ingram was just a little bit behind it there as it sails out of play.
Yeah, trying to just go a little bit too quickly there, and you see that every now and then, trying to get a man on the fast break, but just airmail it over his head. Hard to judge that distance.
So Robinson already with 11. He'll pull another three. Got it again. 3 3-pointers for Chris Robinson. He's got 14 in the first half, or in the first quarter even, as the Indians lead at 18-4. Unbelievable stuff from number 4 tonight. The senior guard going up against this Phoenix team and dominating so far. A missed three a moment ago from Shuford. They came away with a board, couldn't do anything. Fast break opportunity there. They couldn't get it over to Robinson. He wasn't ready for it. Indians were able to come back away with it off the scramble, though, thanks to Wingard. Timeout is called as Robinson has it. Momentum in favor of the black and gold, and so is the scoreboard. 2:10 left to go in the first. It's 18-4 Wetumpka on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
Come to Collier. From tough F-150s to family-friendly SUVs, Collier Ford makes buying easy with great selection and hometown service. No pressure, just honest deals and friendly faces. Stop by Collier Ford on Highway 231 in Wetumpka or shop online. Come to Collier Ford today and drive home your new Ford for less. 18-4, Wetumpka leads it over the Phoenix with 2:05 left to go in the first quarter. Andrew Voiles has it for the Indians. He'll try and drive in, give to Ballard instead. A three-pointer off target. Rebound from Wingard as he misfires a pass there to Davis, or it was really deflected by Percy Julian. But Wetumpka holds on to possession here.
And I think that might be the first three we've seen Caleb Ballard attempt all season, maybe trying to add a few new shots to his repertoire.
Yeah, not typically what you would see him shooting, but didn't fall, unfortunately, that time. Indians still have it, though, as Andrew Voiles is holding it in the wing. He'll bounce pass to Robinson, driving down the baseline, off the bank. He's got another one. 2 points there for Robinson, makes it 20-4.
It's now 13 points out of the 20 for the Indians and Chris Robinson.
Phoenix now with Ernest Shuford going all the way around to Jamar Harris. He'll pull a long two after he stepped up into it. Couldn't connect either. Ballard with a nice rebound. Minute 20 left in the first. Robinson has it poked away, but he picks it up in time. Gives to Voiles now. Almost has it stolen as well. Still scrambling. Finally, Percy Julian comes away before Winger grabs it. Now Percy Julian with it again. Harris on a fast break. Couldn't get it. Battling for it as it goes out of bounds. It is last touched by Wetumpka, I believe. Yes. Ernest Shuford will inbound in front of the Indians bench here. LT Davis comes out of the game for Wetumpka. Miller Lombardi will step in. With it now, Jamar Harris. He gives over to Ernest Shuford. To Corey Hardy. Now Harris again at the top of the key. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. A bounce pass inside, stolen away by Lombardi. He gives to Robinson, and Wetumpka forcing another stop in this first quarter. Robinson walking his way up the floor. Now spinning. He'll back off, though. Gives to Lombardi. He'll drive inside. Goes up for a floater. Got it. Good bucket from Lombardi. 22-4 Wetumpka.
Feels like most of the season Lombardi has kind of just lived from beyond the arc. Good to see him drive inside there.
Had to stop play for a moment. The clock on our left-hand side stopped working as there should be 17 seconds on the clock left in this first quarter, but the one on our opposite end says 26.6 still, which happened earlier tonight as well. They had an issue with it in the pregame before the girls matchup. Hopefully can work this one out pretty quickly. But fortunately, the other clock did still run, so they know exactly how much time needs to be left on it here. 22-4 as it stands, and Wetumpka will be playing defense in a moment. Percy Julian has possession in what has been a dominant quarter for the black and gold so far. They get it fixed, and we will resume in just a couple of seconds with just 17 seconds left to go in the first. Phoenix will inbound here with Daquan Johnson. Trying to stop the bleeding a little bit here in the final moments of the first. Jamar Harris in the backcourt still with 10 seconds, a whistle, and we've got another clock problem. The one on the far end started working, but now the one nearest us has stopped working. So we're going to have to stop again and see if we can get that one fixed. It's like a game of whack-a-mole here tonight.
Yeah, officials calling in the coaches here. I think they're going to say we're only using one scoreboard for the rest of the night, though. Not 100% certain about that, but it might make sense if they did. Can't really seem to get them synced up.
Well, it would certainly provide a disadvantage if that was the case. That would mean that one team within each half would not know how much time is left in the ball game, which I can't imagine would be legal. They did get it sorted out, at least for the moment. It says 11.7 now on both scoreboards, and inbounding from midcourt is Daquan Johnson. This time they both run. We should be good with less than 10 seconds left in the quarter. Last possession of the period. Muhammad driving, he'll kick out. Anderson pulls a three, can't get it, and time will expire before the three-pointer from Johnson. That ends the first quarter. 22-4, Wetumpka well in front of the Phoenix on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Every move is different, and so is every client. That's why I take the time to listen, understand, and guide you through the process with care. Whether you're buying or selling in the River region, I'm here to make it simple. Let's do this together. I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty.
Second quarter action. is brought to you by Golf Video, live event and video production elevating your next project. Let Jackson Dean and his team make your event look like $1 million. Online at golfvideo.io.
Whether it's an everyday sprain, strain, fracture, or sports injury that doesn't require a trip to the ER, Baptist Ortho Now offers urgent orthopedic injury care with walk-in convenience 6 days a week. Visit online at baptisthealth.org. We enter the second quarter now after a dominant showing from the Indians as they lead it 22-4, and it was mainly because of Chris Robinson, who's already come up with 3 3-pointers in the process of outscoring the Phoenix single-handedly so far. He's got 15 on the night. Percy Julian has possession, though, to start the period as Daquan Johnson was under the basket, went up for it, and was rejected by Tom Suddeth. Robinson with it now again at the top of the key. He will give a pass here to Smiley. Steps up and pulls a fadeaway jumper, no good. Lombardi now trying to drive, and a foul will be called on the floor this time. I believe Damone Porter is the guilty party, and he is. So the foul against Porter there. It's the first foul of the quarter, first against Damone Porter as well. Robinson from the baseline will get it inside to Suddeth. He immediately goes up for it, and he's got it off the glass. A 20-point advantage for the black and gold, now 24-4. Wetumpka in front right now. Just about a minute through this second quarter as Johnson drives in. He pulls a floater this time and could not get it from about the free throw line. Another foul is called, though, as this one will go against Miller Lombardi. Free throw from Johnson. Off the mark. Phoenix just needs something to go their way here as they trail by 20. Got that one, and it's a start. Makes it 24-5 after the free throw from Daquan Johnson. He goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Lombardi bringing it up as the Phoenix will press a little bit. Kicks up to the point with Robinson. Now a 3 from Smiley, no good. Suddeth got plenty of air to get it, went back up and laid it in. No problem. Good grief. Size advantage for Tom Suddeth, and you can feel it. He's got the hops as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, he just soared to go get up and get that rebound. Probably jumped higher on the rebound than he did and needed for the dunk.
Foul called again, this time at the point, and it was called on Chris Robinson. Robinson picking up his first in what's been a fairly clean basketball game so far from both teams, but we've had a few fouls here in the first minute and a half of this second quarter. Phoenix with Johnson up top. Now Muhammad. Thought about driving, finds a man in the corner. Anderson pulls a 3, and no good there. Harris came away with it, maybe. They're tied up, he and Robinson. They'll call a jump ball, which gives it to Percy Julian again. Had to fight for that one, but a good effort from Jason Harris to chase it down and force the jump ball. Scratch that. They're going to say Wetumpka has possession out of that. I thought they had pointed Percy Julian's direction first, but the black and gold will have it instead. 26-5 is the score. Voiles up top. Pass to Robinson. He drives in. Another floater from Chris Robinson. 28-5 Wetumpka.
Feels like Robinson's just doing it all here for the Indians. Him and Suddeth have just been kind of the two-man show.
Johnson tried to drive in, lost his dribble. He recovered, stepped out, pulled a corner 3, and it goes. What a recovery from Daquan Johnson as he nails that 3. 28-8 now. Andrew Voiles trying to drive. He draws a foul beyond the arc. It was called on the floor against Lamar Anderson. Second foul against Anderson tonight. Voiles will inbound from the Percy Julian bench. A late substitution here for the Phoenix as Hardy will come in the place of Lamar Anderson. On the floor for the Indians still is Robinson, Voiles, Sudduth, Ballard, and Smiley, the initial starting lineup tonight. Robinson spinning as he still stands at midcourt. He'll give over to Smiley, standing at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Sudduth. Now another bounce pass. Robinson. Now Ballard in the paint. Went up. Got the bucket. And he'll get the he'll get called for a charge off that, I think.
I've never seen this many charges called in 10 minutes of basketball at the high school level.
Well, wait a minute. They've changed this call. I think that there was a missed signal here from somebody because they initially looked like they were calling a charge, but instead they changed it to a blocking foul. And Ballard will get his free throw. Now they'll get the basket, beg your pardon, and then the free throw attempt, which was no good because a whistle was blown there as well. It's been a chaotic couple of seconds here. It's 30-8 after the made basket and a missed free throw from Caleb Ballard. Percy Julian will have it now and bring it across after all the confusion. Tahir Muhammad will pass to the corner. It's Johnson driving down the baseline. He steps back, pulls a jumper, no good. And now it is Muhammad with a rebound and another mid-range shot. This time he gets it to fall. 30-10 now the score. Percy Julian reaches double digits here. 4:45 to go in the first half. Robinson standing at midcourt being double covered here. He passes to Sudduth, who lost control, but there's Smiley to pick it up before it goes out. Ballard driving in. He'll go up for a lay, but it is blocked into the backboard there. Chauncey Petaway with a nice defensive effort.
And Ballard and Coach Thomas both threw up their arms there looking for a foul call.
Percy Julian looking for a bucket, but there's a block from Caleb Ballard against Jason Harris. Harris went right back up with it. This time he is going to draw the foul. It was called against Caleb Ballard, so first one was clean, second one not quite. Harris heading the free throw line now.
And that's the second foul call there against Caleb Ballard in 12 minutes.
Got to be careful with that, as you don't want to pick up that third before the halftime break. The first free throw from Harris is good, as Percy Julian has their work cut out for him here, already down by 19. But they've gotten the scoring going a little bit here over the last couple of minutes. Second free throw, good as well. Makes it 30-12 now with 4:22 to go in the half. Robinson inbounding for the Indians. Voiles and Robinson having to work together to get it up the floor. They find Smiley now in the front court, and Robinson at the point. Now Voiles, long three, no good. Great rebound, though, from Sudduth as he soars. And a foul called now. I think this might be off the ball here, as they're going to call it against Chauncey Petaway. Andrew Voiles inbounding for Wetumpka. Didn't quite see where it was, but they did call the foul. He gets it into LT Davis now as Smiley has it. Stolen away now. Fast break. Johnson lays it in and makes it 30-14. Indians quickly getting back down the floor, though. Sudduth with a dribble move, but he lost it. Scrambling for it. Another fast break. Johnson again goes up. Back-to-back fast break layups for Jaquan Johnson, and Coach Thomas will call a timeout. 30-16 now with 3:42 left in the first half, as the Phoenix, who were trailing by 20, have now cut it to 14 in just about 45 seconds.
Yeah, and you saw this a little bit in the girls' game. Percy Julian went on that 10-point run to close out halftime and not at the ball game. The boys here with a much more sizable lead, but you got to wonder if Percy Julian is going to kind of show that same fight, try to cut into this deficit right as it looks like the Indians are really, really starting to pull away.
Indians were hoping to be able to do just that and pull away, but like you said, Percy Julian has closed it back up. We saw something similar in that girls matchup. Hopefully Wetumpka boys paid a little bit of attention to it there, as maybe they can learn from that second quarter we saw where Percy Julian, apparently on both the boys and girls team, knows how to close the gap quickly. But it certainly makes it easy for them when you have a couple sloppy turnovers there over the last couple of possessions. Indians need to be a little bit more careful here. Lobbing pass to Lombardi in the front court. He will try and pull a jumper that is no good. It came right back to him, though, as he goes back up top to Robinson. Voiles thinking about a three, but he gives to Lombardi again. Now looking inside, Sudduth, Voiles again, driving down the baseline, going up. Foul is called against Chauncey Pettaway.
And that'll send Andrew Voiles to the free throw line, but that's 3 there on Chauncey Pettaway.
Pettaway racking it up early on. He was a big impact player in that 57-52 Wetumpka win back in early January. First free throw from Andrew Voiles is good. Voiles in that game against Percy Julian finished the night with 11 points. Back then he had 9 rebounds and 8 assists. He was getting pretty close to that triple-double there. Maybe he can do it here tonight. He's been solid so far. Got the second, makes it 32-16. Johnson with it now, calling for some help as he's covered by Davis. He'll drive in. A late pass there is deflected, picked up by Davis and given to Lombardi as Wetumpka forces the turnover under the basket. Voiles now overhead passes and has it stolen away by Johnson. One more pass. Hardy is rejected by Davis. A heave down the floor. Sudduth goes up and called for the travel before he could get that layup. Frustrating into that fast break for Wetumpka, as that seemed like what could have been a very big momentum play for this Indians team.
What a block from Davis. I mean, just a 5'10", just getting up there to reject that one off the backboard.
Johnson will fire it inside. Going up once was Harris, got blocked, then again was blocked. Sudduth just shutting it down in the paint here as Andrew Voiles has it and gives to Lombardi. Looking at a three, instead he'll give to Robinson. Now Davis. Back to Robinson up top as he takes a pause to get the call from Thomas. Driving inside. Looked like he was looking for a floater there, but he had it poked out on the way up. Goes out of play. And Wetumpka maintains possession here with 2:09 left in the half.
Thought that could have been possibly a foul call there. I think Chris was looking around for it, but officials keep the whistles in their pockets this time.
Sudduth comes out of the game for the Indians. Wingard is in now with Lombardi holding on to it and giving to Voiles at the point. Voiles looking to drive, and seemed like he ran out of real estate there, and there may have been maybe a push there by Voiles. No, it'll be a carry. Beg your pardon there. So another carry called here in this one as the inbound was deflected. Lombardi is putting a little bit of pressure on Cameron Ingram in the backcourt here. Ingram will now inbound for Percy Julian. He manages to find DeCorey Hardy, who will try and race up the floor. Lost his dribble in the backcourt, but he's okay. Getting it across now, and Cameron Ingram with it. A look inside, but first a foul called off the ball offensively against Percy Julian. DeCorey Hardy is the culprit this time. Minute 45 left. Another turnover for the Phoenix.
And I thought that was the 5th foul of this quarter on Percy Julian.
Well, it is an offensive foul, though, in this case. Changes it a little bit. Andrew Voiles trying to drive. He'll go up for one, cannot get it. Good rebound, quickly giving to Johnson, who outruns everyone and goes coast to coast for the layup. 32-18 now with a minute 20 in the second. Voiles has it. He'll drive with the left hand And a whistle blown. Foul is called on the floor this time against Jeremiah Cheney. Similar to what we saw before where Voiles got called for a carry and was worried he had maybe done it again, but instead this time he gets a trip to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 with a 14-point advantage as he knocks through the first. 33-18 Wetumpka. With another free throw coming in just a moment. Second one, good as well. Whistles off a substitution here for Percy Julian. Tahir Muhammad coming in for the Phoenix in the place of Jason Harris. Wetumpka with the 16-point lead. They've led by as much as 21 so far. Johnson walking his way up as Wetumpka has retreated to complete half-court coverage at this point. A 3-ball immediately from Johnson. Only man to touch at that possession. He could not make the 3 as Winger got the rebound. Here's Lombardi to Robinson, standing at midcourt. Now he'll try and put the work on Shuford. Steps up, 3-pointer, and couldn't make it from up top. Rebound from Johnson now. He'll try and go coast to coast. The pass late to Shuford there, deflected and out of bounds, touched by L.T. Davis. 41 seconds left in the half. Make sure to stick around for our City of Wetumpka halftime show. In just a few moments, we'll have stats for you as we get ready for the second half of action. Now with it is DeQuan Johnson, 35 seconds to go. Standing up top against Chris Robinson with now 30 seconds. Waiting for things to open up here as we come down to the last 20. Muhammad now driving. Euros goes up for a lay. Got it to spin in. He draws a foul in the process. Goes against L.T. Davis. What an effort from Tahir Muhammad. And he'll go to the free throw line here to try and pick up a little bit of momentum for Percy Julian before they head to the locker room. 34-20, looking to close it back to 13, which would be the closest it has been this quarter. And made it. It's 34-21 now with just under 18 seconds to go in the half. Robinson to Voiles as the Indians are being covered in the backcourt now. Tahir Muhammad making it tough on Robinson. Got it to Davis in the front court, who lost it, goes out of bounds. And with 7 seconds left in the half, Percy Julian gets one more chance at it. Jamar Harris will inbound for Percy Julian with this final 7.2. Walking up now, they'll pick up the pace a little bit. This is Johnson pulling a long 3. Got it right before the buzzer. And Percy Julian, after trailing by 21, they cut it to 10. 34-24, our score. Wetumpka still leading it at the half. We'll be right back for our City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench And back in the action, East Chase across from Target.
Gear up for a flavor victory at Wharf Casual Seafood. Whether you're craving seafood classics like shrimp or crab claws, or wanting to tackle a juicy burger or crisp salad, we've got your winning play. Dine in with us or grab a meal to go and find out why every bite is a win at Wharf Casual Seafood. Check out our menu at wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
This is the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome to the City of Wetumpka halftime show. 34-24 Indians on top after one half. I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Gavin Baxley. And, well, can't talk about that first half without just giving absolute praise to Chris Robinson. Had 18 points in that first half. Just a complete great showing there from Chris Robinson, and of course had a couple of assists, 4 assists, 3 rebounds to go with it. And this Indians team had a lot going well for them on defense. The team as a whole finishes that half with 19 blocks as a team, 5 coming from Andrew Voiles, 5 coming from Tom Suddeth, and 4 from Caleb Ballard. And, wow, just a complete defensive masterclass. Tom Suddeth led the way right behind Chris Robinson, finishes with 8 points, couple of blocks. Like I mentioned just a second ago, 5 boards for him as well. Not many turnovers for the Indians in that first half, just 7. And you look at the other side, and another man taking over in this game, Daquan Johnson, finishes that half with 15 points there for the Percy Julian Phoenix, and really came alive at the end of that second quarter, and of course nailed that 3 from way beyond the arc to close the lead to just 10 heading into halftime.
Yeah, it's been a big showing from Johnson so far, but it's been an even bigger showing from Chris Robinson, and you really can't ask for a whole lot more from a senior and a leader within this team. He comes out of the gate, makes 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, just dials it in all the way through those first 8 minutes. But Wetumpka's got to stay on the gas a little bit here. They were leading at the end of the first quarter by 18. They're now leading by just 10 after a little bit of a run there from Percy Julian at the end of that first half. So you got to be careful here. Percy Julian has been able to come back from behind in the past. Remember, Wetumpka led Percy Julian 21-12 in that first quarter of the previous matchup. Percy Julian outscored Wetumpka in both the second and third quarters of that game before Wetumpka finally was able to reel it all back in and get that 5-point win back at home. Got to be careful here against a team that is very good at getting hot the further a game goes. And Percy Julian started to show it a little bit right before heading to the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely, and you saw flashes of that in the girls' game as well, nodding things up with Percy Julian going on a 10-0 run, so both of these teams are going to come out hard. They're going to play scrappy. But if you're the Indians, man, you just got to keep giving the ball to Chris Robinson. It seems like just about every shot he's wanted tonight, he has made, only missing one shot, and it was just a singular 3 that he missed in that first half, shooting at a remarkable 7 of 8 from the floor.
Yeah, it's just been lights out for both of these teams so far, and like I said in the second quarter, we saw Percy Julian get it together, but Wetumpka, they've been consistent throughout. It's just trying to maintain the defensive side of it, because we know they can shoot the ball. Like you said, we've seen that efficiency continue to roll for Wetumpka. It's just maintaining the defensive poise, making sure you're not turning the ball over too much as we go into these final 16 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Not many turnovers for the Indians in that first half. Just had 7 turnovers. Definitely not what you're looking to see, but some of those turnovers just about every time it felt like led to some fast break points there for Percy Julian, and that really helped them close the gap as well.
Well, and majority of those 7 happened in that second quarter, so that's the big thing here is Percy Julian starting to figure out Wetumpka's play style a little bit here as this game has rolled on, and can you make sure that they don't know what's coming? You got to stay a little bit unpredictable here, be able to penetrate inside, but also have those threes continue to fall like we saw from Chris Robinson there in the first half. It's 34-24, Wetumpka leading it over Percy Julian after the first half of play. We'll pause for station identification and then take a break on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move. Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier. Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier.
Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on. Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Just about ready now for the second half as both teams are out on the floor. Real quick, what a week it's been for Wetumpka football, by the way. Caleb Ballard playing in tonight's game. Got an offer from Tennessee State to play football out there. We'll see how that all goes, but a congrats to him on another offer to add to the list. And then Trey Jones just signed with the Montreal Alouettes. You may remember him from 2019 and that state championship runner-up team from 2017. So big week for Wetumpka football as Wetumpka basketball looks to try and close out a big week here with another win. Indians getting a stop on the opening possession of the second half. Andrew Voiles will have it now. He will pull a three off target, and Daquan Johnson couldn't come away with a rebound there. Or he did come away with it, beg your pardon. A man under the basket here going up for it was Chauncey Petaway as a jump ball was called. Wetumpka apparently was able to tie that up a little bit on the effort from Petaway. I'll be honest, I didn't quite see that.
No, I'm not sure I saw it either, but take them where you can get them, and Coach Johnson definitely not thrilled about that. And then A travel call against Jeremiah Smiley, maybe a little bit of a makeup call.
If there's such thing as one, that would be it. Daquan Johnson will inbound for Percy Julian now and give to Tahir Muhammad. So Percy Julian comes away with possession anyway. Muhammad now racing down a wide open lane that closes up. Sudeth just bats it away, but Sudeth now is grimacing in pain under the basket. Smiley giving to Robinson here in a 4v5. Robinson, fadeaway jumper for two, no good, goes out of bounds. And we will stop play here. Sudeth came down and something went wrong. As soon as he touched the floor, he jumped back up there, and you could feel that something had messed up there with that right leg. So they're going to take a look at him. He does get up pretty quickly and is walking under his own power. So hopefully nothing major. I think he just maybe came down awkwardly there. He will exit. John Hudson Wingard will come in his place. Percy Julian will have possession still as we resume now. Damone Porter gets it in to Tahir Muhammad. Along with him, Daquan Johnson on the floor, so is Jason Harris and Lamar Anderson. A three from the far corner, no good from Daquan Johnson as it goes out of bounds after the miss, and Wetumpka takes back over.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, hopefully Sudeth is all right. He's been such a huge part of this Indians team, especially on the defensive end of the floor. Just a blocking specialist, it feels like.
Ballard trying to drive in now. Lost it, grabbed it, but as he was fighting for the tie-up, he had his behind on the line there. And that's going to be called out of bounds. Last touch by Ballard. Phoenix with it again. No one has scored in the second half yet as we are at the 6:40 mark of the third quarter. Daquan Johnson driving in. He couldn't get a lay as he drove from the baseline. Wingard with a nice board. And Voiles quickly coming back up. Smiley with it. Looking for someone to pass to, but he's going to be called for the walk. He took an extra step there as he hesitated to get rid of it. Another turnover from Wetumpka. Percy Julian not able to take advantage yet. Tahir Muhammad now in the paint, giving over to Johnson, who will retreat. Pump fake to three for a moment. Now Anderson, he gives to Muhammad. Muhammad standing with it. Just tucked by his side, patiently waiting. Now he'll dribble again. A pass to the near corner as Johnson looking for somewhere. He drives inside. A little bit of a off-kiltered floater that will not connect. It's well off target there, goes out of play with 5:51 left in the third. Wetumpka with possession again. Voiles bounce passing to Robinson. He'll fight his way up the floor. Has Andrew Voiles open for three, no good. Couldn't connect there. Rebound from Damone Porter, who has his pass picked off by Voiles immediately and brings it back down. Now Robinson in the corner, thought about a three, gives to Ballard instead, spinning in the post. He had the bucket, but they call a travel, and you can hear the Indian side unhappy about it. Boy, that was a rough one. He spun on the pivot foot there, and I'm not quite so sure about that. Three-pointer from the corner now. Air balls and misses as it was Jason Harris who tried to save it, but sent it out of bounds a different direction instead. The missed three coming from Lamar Anderson. Wetumpka still furious about that travel call. Coach Thomas still pleading his case as Voiles has it, is trapped. A foul is called against Percy Julian. Lamar Anderson is the guilty party this time. That's his third. Indians will inbound now. 5:11 left in the third quarter. No one has scored in this period. DeCorey Hardy comes into the ballgame in the place of Lamar Anderson, who just picked up that third foul. Robinson to Voiles. Voiles Behind the back dribble, finds Robinson, pump fakes the three, steps up, Euro, going up for the lay, can't get it. Good board though by Ballard and a putback. Kayla Ballard feeling it now.
Finally ending that scoring drought of 3 minutes in this first half. Indians draw first blood late into this third quarter.
36-24, just the first 2 points of the quarter as you mentioned. Johnson will drive in. He is denied though as it gets sent out of bounds. Chris Robinson with a defensive effort there. Johnson inbounding for the Phoenix as Kayla Ballard comes out. Tom Suddick thankfully re-entering the game after being shaken up there for a moment earlier. 4:37 left in the third now. Standing at the baseline is Hardy, running out of time. He finally gets it in to Muhammad. Muhammad retreating at the point. He'll now try and drive inside. Stutter steps and gives to Porter. Now a pass to Hardy. Goes back around and gives to Muhammad once again. Muhammad driving, spinning, kicks out again. Hardy, he'll drive. Floater is good. Big shot there from Hardy as Percy Julian finally breaks the seal on this half as well. 36-26. Suddick has it now, driving in, going up, off the glass, no good. Wingard with a board and a putback.
And that is John Hudson-Wingard's specialty there. I mean, just always coming in, cleaning up on the offensive glass there. More second chance points to his name.
Not often that we usually see Wingard and Suddick in the game at the same time. A really tall approach from Wetumpka right now, and it worked on that possession. Hardy tried to drive down the baseline, got caught in a tie-up here. And that's going to give possession to Wetumpka.
I believe they actually called that a reach-in foul on Chris Robinson. Official signaled this way.
I think it was DeCorey Hardy that they may be giving this to, as Chris Robinson is waiting to inbound it. They're going to say that Robinson ripped it away first, and then Hardy was called for the reach-in. Robinson waiting by the baseline. He will inbound this, so foul certainly went against Percy Julian. 3:39 left in the third, a 12-point advantage for Wetumpka at 38-26. Bounce passing into Voiles, who is heavily covered by Shuford, but they managed to get it across with Suddick standing beyond the arc. Now Voiles open. He won't shoot it, though, as he gives to Robinson. Coach Thomas tells him to hold up here, gives him the call. And now a pass to Wingard. Stolen away. Shuford picks it up. Gives to Petaway. He'll drive in. Rejected by John Hudson-Wingard. No, sir. Here comes Chris Robinson now. Spinning past people. Dribble moves. Now a three from Voiles. In and out. No good. Suddick with a nice board, though, as Percy Julian manages to steal it away after all. Hardy there couldn't get it. L.T. Davis had a full head of steam, slammed into the wall there. Thankfully, he hit the one part of the wall that's padded.
Could have ended in a rough shoulder injury there had it not been for those pads.
Now, that was a hard hit to the wall. Thankfully, no damage done there. Had a pass inside as Hardy was coming in looking for an open lay, and he drew the foul in the process. So DeCorey Hardy heading to the line. Foul goes against Wingard with 3 minutes to go in the third. Free throw off target there from Hardy. Percy Julian still in a low-scoring third quarter here. They make the second free throw from Hardy. It makes it 38-27, which in this quarter means Wetumpka's outscoring Percy Julian just 4-3. Robinson gives to Davis. And Robinson called for a travel in the backcourt. Unhappy about it there is Robinson, as it'll give possession right back to Percy Julian again. They've got a chance here to cut it to single digits. They'll give to Ingram, standing in the corner. Now up top to Quan Johnson. Johnson holding on to it as they get set up. Now Up against Robinson, looking for somewhere to go. Pump fakes a 3 and gives to Harris instead. Right back to Johnson once more. Still just standing with it here. Now he'll try and penetrate, goes in. A pass that Petaway was not ready for. Robinson has it now. It's Sudduth who passes to Voiles from beyond the arc. He drives in, got the lay. Could have been a foul, but they're not going to call it. A lot of contact there as he was knocked down. Whistle blown here, and they're going to stop here. There's a wet spot on the floor after Voiles was knocked down, so they'll dry this up real quick as they get as many towels as they can. Coach Brian Johnson walking down to give them another one if they need it. Coach Johnson letting the official know that should have been a charge. I stand to disagree with him there.
As do the officials.
Daquan Johnson will walk his way up. Indians leading by 13 now, 40-27, with just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Johnson with a pass to Harris. Now back up top again with Shuford. Johnson standing with it, waiting for something to open up. He finally gives to Ingram. Now a pass back to Johnson once more. He'll drive in. Floater there was contested and no good. What a rebound here from Petaway as he was seemingly denied by Wingard, but instead a foul will be called. Percy Julian has found a way to the line as Wingard was called for that foul. The second against John Hudson Wingard so far as Chauncey Petaway misses the first free throw. Percy Julian's had a handful of trips to the free throw line so far, but to my memory, they have not gone 2 for 2 yet. Wingard giving to Robinson after the rebound on the second missed free throw. Minute 20 left in the quarter. LT Davis with it just beyond the arc. Now Sudduth firing to Voiles, but a foul called on the floor first against Chauncey Petaway. That's Petaway's 4th foul now. Supposed to be one of the key players for this Percy Julian team. He hasn't really been on top of it here today. He's been held scoreless. A nice job by Wetumpka. As Sudduth tries to drive in, and a foul is called here after a made basket from Sudduth. I think they're going to count it. Waiting for them to update the score here to make sure, but Sudduth spun, and it looks kind of like a flop attempt, quite honestly, from Ernest Shuford. They do count the basket. Shuford picks up, or check that, it's Anderson who has his 4th. 42-27 is the score with another free throw coming from Sudduth. Jamar Harris coming out of the game now as Jason Harris will enter. Percy Julian right now with Jason Harris along with Shuford, Muhammad, Cameron Ingram, and Daquan Johnson. And one free throw is good from Sudduth, who is gingerly walking into the backcourt here. He is limping a little bit. We'll see if Coach Thomas makes an adjustment here or if Sudduth can walk this off. Muhammad with it. He'll try and drive down the lane. Passing over to Johnson. He can't get it from under the basket. Good effort on the rebound by Davis. Here comes Voiles with a nice layup. Makes it 45-27 Wetumpka. Down to the last 45 seconds of the third. Here's Ingram. He gives to Shuford. Now Muhammad firing a pass to Ingram again. Cameron Ingram standing with it here with 30 seconds left in the third. A pass goes awry, taken away by Davis. Fast break, coast to coast, up for the lay, no good, but he draws the foul.
Good hustle there from LT Davis. I mean, he's just such an athlete. Saw him show off those hops earlier on that block, but also he might be the fastest player on the court.
And we saw the ability of his running, of course, in the football season. We've seen it a couple times throughout this basketball season, but the effort from him tonight, especially defensively, has been noteworthy for sure. 24 seconds left in the third. LT Davis shooting 2 free throws.
And I feel like that's something you can always count on from LT Davis. When he checks into the game, I think he might just be the biggest hustle player out there. Always feels like he's just playing some great defense, getting lots of steals, and just showing off that athleticism.
Davis missed the first as Tom Suddeth will check out. Wingard in the ball game for Wetumpka, along with Robinson, Davis, Voiles, and Lombardi. Second free throw from Davis, no good as well, as he comes up empty there. Robinson, though, with a rebound, caught in the corner here. Timeout called by Coach Thomas with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. And they will talk things over on what looked like it may have ended up being a turnover had he not called it there. Wetumpka with a chance for one more basket before the end of this third quarter.
Yeah, and really what stood out to me from this quarter has been the Indians' defense. I mean, holding Percy Julian to just 3 points and only one made field goal on the half here.
No doubt, as Wetumpka trying to get their lead back up to 20 if they can get one more basket. Hey, just a reminder, Wetumpka Track and Field heading out to the Last Chance Invitational, the last meet before the state championship meet out in Birmingham. They'll be out at the Birmingham Crossplex on Saturday for the last regular season meet of the indoor season. They'll have plenty of home meets in the outdoor season we'll keep you updated on, but best of luck to Coach Brown's squad this weekend. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Andrew Voiles has it for Wetumpka after the timeout. 10 seconds now with Robinson. Looking for somewhere to go. Running out of time, though. 6 seconds. Now 5, 4, 3. He'll pull a shot at the free throw line, but a foul is called against Tahir Muhammad. Didn't make the shot, but Chris Robinson shooting 2 free throws now with the last 3 seconds of this third quarter. First free throw, toilet bowls, and comes out. No good. Indians have missed each of their last 3 free throws here. Andrew Voiles checks out for the last 3 seconds of the quarter as Jeremiah Smiley goes in for Wetumpka. Second free throw is good, and that ends a small drought from the line. Muhammad now lost control of it. It went out of bounds with 0.8 on the clock. And Andrew Voiles will go back into the ballgame for Wetumpka here on what will definitely be a catch-and-shoot situation. 46-27 with less than a second to go in the quarter. Robinson inbounding, looking for someone. Smiley with his back turned to the goal. He won't get this shot off. It doesn't fall anyway. 46-27. Wetumpka with the advantage with 1 quarter to go on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. With same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at RussellDoItCenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at RussellDoItCenter.com. RussellDoItCenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
At First Community Bank, it's more than banking, it's a relationship that lasts. From checking and savings to loans and mortgages, they're here for every stage of life. Local people, local decisions, and a commitment to community. First Community Bank, let's do life together. 46-27, Wetumpka with a 19-point advantage over Percy Julian with the final 8 minutes upcoming as we enter this fourth quarter of action. Percy Julian certainly has its work cut out for him, but we know they can score quickly, so Wetumpka's got to stay on their toes here. The Phoenix will have it to start the quarter with Tahir Muhammad. Standing up top here is Damone Porter with the basketball. He'll give to Muhammad. Now pass to Shuford. Harris. Now with Porter. No one really attacking just yet. Percy Julian, a couple possessions have really just decided to let it play out and wait for something to show up, as a timeout will be called by Coach Johnson. We had those first 30 seconds, and I'm not so sure Percy Julian took more than one, maybe two dribbles on the possession that will continue after the timeout here from Coach Johnson. I want to remind you that Beverly Wright, Kathy Thornton, and Chad Barrett are your hometown real estate experts with RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. When it's your time, when it's your next move, choose the best. RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, the official real estate partner of the Wetumpka Sports Network.
Yeah,
Percy Julian coming back out here with the basketball.
Yeah, and going back to that last possession, it just feels like Percy Julian's kind of just waiting for the perfect opportunity here, but you're down 19 points, and it feels like you just can't really – you're spending seconds that you just really can't afford to. Sometimes you just kind of got to go out and create something as opposed to letting everything happen for you.
We saw a very fast-paced first half, and things have certainly slowed down in the second half, and I can't confidently say that it's been working very well for Percy Julian so far. Jason Harris with a pass that will go into the backcourt. He was looking for Tahir Muhammad, but misfired it, and after a 51-second possession to start the fourth quarter, Percy Julian never able to penetrate inside the perimeter there. The turnover gives Wetumpka possession again.
And you mentioned those two dribbles, and those were just about the only two dribbles that Percy Julian took on that possession, just really passing everything around.
Robinson now will look for Sudduth in the paint. Stolen away. Porter with a fast break chance, giving to Muhammad. He'll go up for the lay, and he will get it. That's a much faster pace score for Percy Julian, which is what they really need here to manage to come back in this one.
That was a good finish there from Muhammad. Switched the ball over to his left hand. Tough finishing. Made it look easy.
Lombardi, now Voiles. He pulls a three and won't connect on it. Jason Harris with a rebound there as he gives to Muhammad, racing up the floor. He'll back off for a moment. Now a pass to Harris. Back over Muhammad, pulling the three, no good. Voiles with a rebound and a pass to Robinson. He'll stand still and slow things up again with just over 6 minutes to play. Directing some traffic here. Sudduth will get it from the top of the key and tried to fire it to Lombardi, but it was sent awry. Just misfired that pass, went up against the brick wall there behind him. Turnover there from the Indians gives Percy Julian another chance to close the gap. 46-29 now. Every possession oh so important right now for the Phoenix. Muhammad up top, showing off the dribble moves here against Lombardi and Robinson. He'll drive in, lost it, but a whistle blown and a foul will be called against Lombardi. And that's what poked the ball away there. It was a reach-in against the junior guard. From the baseline, Shuford bounce passing to Muhammad. He'll go up for it in the paint, and he's got a basket there. 46-31 now. Sudduth with Robinson coming up the floor now. Wetumpka can't get too sloppy here. Voiles has it. Now an open Lombardi. Pulling the three, bottom. Beautiful shot from Miller Lombardi. 49-31 Wetumpka. Three ball now. No good from Tahir Muhammad. Percy Julian gets the rebound, though. Shuford from beyond the arc. He'll pass over to Muhammad instead. Driving in. Floater from the free throw line. No good. And Ballard with a board to a wide open Robinson going up for an alley. Off the backboard and a dunk by Caleb Ballard. How about that? Whistle blown here, and a technical foul is called against Caleb Ballard. And I think he got a little too fired up after the dunk. Who can blame him, though? That was remarkable. Robinson went up. We thought he was going to dunk it. He threw it off the backboard. And then Caleb Ballard came in and jammed it home. It's 51-31 with technical free throws coming for Percy Julian.
We saw a dunk just like that. Almost picture perfect from the same way, except assist came from Andrew Voiles that time, and first free throw off the mark there from Tahir Muhammad, but great play by Robinson too. He checked to make sure Ballard was behind him, and then just timed that up beautifully.
I saw him check there, and I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that, as both free throws missed by Tahir Muhammad. Almost looked like he was just making sure nobody was coming for him to dunk. And then he goes with the unselfish but also pretty flashy play, if I do say so. One of the most impressive plays I've seen from Wetumpka basketball here, as Percy Julian turns it over. Back-to-back missed free throws. They get one pass on the possession following the tech, and Jamar Harris lost it on the pass that goes out of play.
Maybe a little bit of a ball doesn't lie moment.
Now Ballard wide open. How about one more? Jamming it home. Call a technical on that. Caleb Ballard, back-to-back dunks. 53-31 Indians. Indians on their feet. Three ball, no good from Muhammad. They almost got the board, but Ballard there to poke it away. Lombardi picks it up. Here's Voiles with it. Voiles to Lombardi. Now Ballard again in the paint with a lot of motivation. He was driving in, but a foul called before he could do anything else.
Maybe didn't want to get dunked on, so just immediately fouling Ballard there.
A merciful foul call, if I do say so myself. Andrew Voiles will inbound now from the baseline to Ballard. Now Robinson up top again. Had it poked out for a moment, but he recovers. He'll drive in, looking for somewhere. He floats it instead. No good on the basket, but he does draw a foul. It's called against Chauncey Pettaway, and that will be Pettaway's fifth foul of the night. Pettaway waiting to be subbed out here as Wetumpka leads it 53-31. Chauncey Pettaway exits, and Tracy Pearson will enter for the first time tonight. Robinson shooting 2 free throws. First is good. You heard it get nice and loud over those couple of dunks from Wetumpka. As you mentioned in the first game, Wetumpka has packed out its side of the stands here tonight. Missed free throw, a rebound from Ballard, who went up and drew the foul off Tracy Pearson. And Caleb Ballard will head to the free throw line. He and Chris Robinson hug it out there as they're all smiles. This has clearly become the Chris Robinson and Caleb Ballard show in this fourth quarter.
It absolutely has. This Indians fan section's really starting to come alive, and I think one more dunk and this 60-year-old gym might just blow.
The free throw is good from Caleb Ballard. Second free throw coming as it's 55-31. He won't get that one. Sudduth went for a board, couldn't get anything. Here comes the Phoenix. And going up for a basket there, no good from Jamar Harris. Voiles with it, now Robinson. Wide open, how about a dunk for him? And the foul! Are you kidding me? A statement play from both Robinson and Ballard tonight. It is all black and gold in this gym.
Oh, they're calling it tech.
Technical foul called against Percy Julian. I don't know who it was against here. We missed it in all the commotion. At least I believe it's a tech. They are going to clean up a wet spot here after Sudduth fell on that rebound attempt earlier. Maybe a chance just to let everyone calm down as well. This is getting a bit rambunctious in the stands here tonight. Everybody is fired up after these last few plays, and I can't blame them. Robinson at the line here, shooting 2 free throws. Shooting 1 free throw after the and 1 dunk. They're talking about something here as both teams are waiting for this free throw that will be good from Robinson. So it was a tech because he will shoot 2 here. I believe he will have another free throw coming after this as well as he makes both. And he should have 1 more. And how about that? They were about to make an inbound here, but I think they still are going to. Indians are going to sub out the entire starting lineup here. And I think they've got this wrong, by the way. There was a foul on the dunk, and then I believe they called a tech. So it should be the 2 shots plus 1 more free throw for Wetumpka. And that's what, thanks to one of the police officers here tonight, was telling one of the officials that he thinks they got that wrong. But they're going to still have Wetumpka inbound this.
I think the cop is real vigilant. I mean, he's trying to correct the official's mistake there.
Yeah, so this is a mess. Coach Thomas is talking. Coach Johnson has walked over to the Wetumpka bench and is talking to the official as well. No call there, but it certainly could have been one. They'll have Wetumpka inbound. Again, this is the wrong call. But nonetheless, Wetumpka with possession as they get the bench in. 3 from Lorenzi. Overshot that one. This place would have gone nuts. Muhammad now with it, coast to coast. He'll go up. Can't get the lay. Draws a foul in the process, though. 3:35 left. As Percy Julian will now shoot 2 free throws. The foul called against Lorenzi. Hayes Lorenzi, the fan favorite for this Indians team, has yet to get a bucket here over the course of this year, but boy, if he could just get one, it would be a memorable moment for everyone pulling for Wetumpka. Tahir Muhammad shooting 2 free throws as they clean up another wet spot right under the basket. It was because Muhammad was really just flying after he was fouled and tumbled to the ground. Free throw is good there. As this game has opened up completely to a 27-point advantage. One more free throw will knock it down to 26.
It's been an exciting couple of minutes.
Lorenzi with it. He will give to Jordan Hill. Now Davis. Back to Hill again. And a pass to Lorenzi, deflected, stolen away. Muhammad with a lay, no good. Rebound by Hill as he gives back to Lorenzi. Driving down, here comes Lorenzi looking for a shot. He'll pass instead. Looking under the basket here, DJ Kendrick will be fouled. Goes against Ernest Shuford. Now at the free throw line is DJ Kendrick, the junior, coming off the bench tonight with 2 free throws coming. As he makes the first, puts himself in the box score here tonight. Percy Julian makes a substitution as DeCorey Hardy will come in the place of Ernest Shuford. On the floor for Wetumpka, Kendrick, who just missed the free throw, along with Ben Tucker, Hayes Lorenzi, LT Davis, and Jordan Hill. Tahir Muhammad, standing at long range. He'll pull a 3, and it goes. Big shot there from Tahir Muhammad. He scored the last 7 points now for Percy Julian. Bounce pass to Davis, and Davis is fouled by DeCorey Hardy. Indians are well into the bonus at this point, so Davis will shoot 2 again. Indians fans here are fired up tonight. as they lead it by 23. The missed free throw there from L.T. Davis. An action-packed fourth quarter as Wetumpka has opened this up. Second free throw, no good as well, as Tracy Pearson comes away with a rebound for Percy Julian. Here's Muhammad again as he draws a foul on the floor before he went up for the shot. It was against Jordan Hill. Just the third foul of the quarter against Wetumpka. So standing at the baseline is Muhammad. He will get it into Pearson, who fires out to Harris, pulling a three, and Jamar Harris knocks it down, as that now cuts it to a 20-point game. Indians need to try and pay a little bit of attention to that here, as there is still 2:30 left. Got to hold on to it. And what would be a pretty remarkable comeback, but still one that is achievable. Ball was knocked out of play. Lorenzi will inbound for Wetumpka with exactly 2.5 minutes to go. Lorenzi gets it to Tucker. His pass stolen away now by Hardy. Hardy racing down. He will lay that one in and cut it to 18. Timeout called now by Coach Johnson. And Coach Thomas will have to talk with the guys here. They may have to put some of the starters back in because you want to make sure that you hold on to this, as what was a 28-point lead very quickly cut back down to 18, which is still a long way to go, but makes you slightly uncomfortable. 5 substitutions there. Full lineup coming back in. It'll be Ballard, Suddiff, Robinson, Voiles, and Lombardi on the floor for Wetumpka, as the Indians need to make sure that this one finishes with a W. 2:22 left now. Voiles inbounds to Robinson, who gets caught in a tie up there. No, they call a foul. It will go against Jamar Harris as he raced in on Robinson and fouled him immediately. Two free throws now for Robinson, and we'll see if he and Ballard can still put on a show for us in the last 2:21, but more importantly, maintain this 18-point lead that now turns to 19 as Robinson makes the first free throw. Second shot coming for Robinson, and he's got both. 61-41, Wetumpka. Now a three-pointer from Muhammad as he airballs that one, picked up by Voiles. Long pass to Ballard, who is thrown out of bounds. And that may be an intentional foul there. Ballard was shoved by Jamar Harris. Indians are fired up as they called that one against Harris. He is clearly frustrated, especially with Caleb Ballard, who has really been sending a statement throughout the rest of this ball game. Harris having to have a talk with Coach Johnson here as both teams go into the huddle. And I think Coach Thomas is a bit frustrated with Wetumpka for his guys really just trying to put some flair on it here at the end of the game. He wants this game to end. As a tech was called, it does go against Jamar Harris as expected. That's from that intentional foul a second ago. That was pretty blatant.
That's probably the right call. I mean, you can definitely foul him there, but I mean, just to shove him as hard as he did, that's a little bit uncalled for.
I wouldn't say probably. I'm confident. I mean, it was obviously intentional there. They get the call right. Ballard couldn't make the first free throw. Second one will go. Makes it 64-41 now. And Wetumpka will still have possession here. The referees will converse for a moment before we resume. They got to make sure that they keep this under control here. Don't want to get anything too violent. Tempers have certainly flared a little bit at the end of this ball game. John Winger getting ready to come in for Wetumpka as he will enter in the place of Caleb Ballard. Ballard takes a seat after a remarkable night from his end, especially in this final quarter. Firing a pass down the floor was Voiles. Robinson chases it down in the backcourt. He will get it to Voiles, but first a foul called in the backcourt against Tahir Muhammad, and it puts Chris Robinson to the line again. Seeing a lot of free throws here over the last minute or so, as Wetumpka leading by 23 again. 2 more shots coming for Robinson. First one is good. As we saw the lead go back down to about 18 while the bench was in, and starters have taken the floor once more and lead it by 24. Make that 25 as Robinson makes the second.
8 points from the free throw line in this second half for Chris Robinson.
Now a 3 ball from Hardy. It is no good. Takes a wild hop off the rim and is picked up by Wetumpka. Robinson with it to Voiles as they finally slow things up a little bit and clearly have finally decided that the message has been sent here tonight. Lombardi to Voiles. Lombardi seems a bit shaken up here, holding his, I believe that's his rib that he's holding. Hopefully he's all right here as Wingard has it. He gives to Sudduth. Now Lombardi, who had an open look for 3. He'll drive inside instead, right under the basket. Could have shot it. Instead he gives to Voiles, and I think this is the game plan. Wetumpka trying to run as much of this off as they can. Sudduth with it now with 1:15. Kind of an interesting challenge here to see if they want to run everything else off of this. They started this possession with 2:05 on the clock. Robinson has it now, and he will run into a foul from Tahir Muhammad with 1:04 to go. Just to give Robinson a chance to shoot the free throws. He hasn't hit it yet, but he just hit the 6-7 signal, if you're familiar with that, as he makes the first, and there it is, and the crowd roars.
Oh, we'll get the bench guys back out there for the Indians to close it out.
I think they're confident in it now. A 26-point advantage with 1:04 to go. Robinson with one more free throw coming. As a stoppage here for just a second. Wetumpka was, I think, making it. Yeah, Wetumpka had 6 men on the court there. They were trying to make a substitution, and Sudduth never got the memo. They get it sorted out now, so it is Ben Tucker along with Robinson, Davis, Hill, and Lorenzi. Robinson will come out now, and that will put DJ Kendrick back in. With 1:04 to go, it is 68-41 after back-to-back made free throws from Chris Robinson. Robinson takes the headband off, which means it is a good night for him. And what a good night it was. An alley-oop attempt from Percy Julian sent out of bounds there to Corey Hardy. Couldn't get up high enough for it. Clock still rolling with 55 seconds left. Lorenzi launches a pass now as they fire it to LT Davis. It's stolen away by Hardy. Lorenzi fighting for it. He'll steal it. Here comes Lorenzi. Not for long. He lost it. Hardy has it now. He'll try and take it himself. Euro can't get the bucket. He draws a shooting foul with 37 seconds left. And we'll get one more pair of free throws before we close out the night. Make sure to stick around for our RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus post-game show. We will talk with head coach Stephen Thomas and wrap things up on a statement victory for the black and gold here tonight. Hardy, free throw is good. And it makes it 68-44. And LT Davis trying to drive in. He'll be fouled as well with 33 seconds. And the free throw contest continues here as this game has been over for about 2 minutes now, but the clock disagrees with me. Davis will have 2 more free throws and a night where everyone gets a chance to boost the stat line a little bit. Missed the first. Second free throw from Davis. And he's got that one. 69-44 with the last 30 seconds coming on what was hopefully the last free throw of the game. Muhammad pulls a three and nails it to make it 69-47. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Timeout, Coach Johnson and Percy Julian with 25 seconds. And he's going to talk it over here on a 69-47 ball game. A 22-point advantage for Wetumpka with 25 seconds to go. But they will converse anyway. While we take the break, I'll remind you that Wharf Casual Seafood is fresh, fast, and always delicious. Wharf Casual Seafood in Wetumpka has something for everyone, from shrimp and fish to po' boys and salads. Enjoy coastal flavor right here at home. Dine in or take out today. Wharf Casual Seafood, where fresh seafood meets family-friendly dining. The Wetumpka Sports Network is proud to be fed by Wharf Casual Seafood. Coming back out from the timeout, and it is 69-47. Lorenzi will inbound for Wetumpka and gave it to Tucker, who gave it right back to Lorenzi. Now Hill over to Kendrick with 15 seconds. Tucker, Davis pulls the three, no good. Rebound from Muhammad, who races down the floor, and Muhammad will get the layup to go. 69-49 now with 4.4 seconds and a timeout called by Percy Julian after the made basket. 4.4 seconds on the clock here. Wetumpka will have one more possession. And as Wetumpka will walk out of this one with a victory, they will move to 17-7, and they will be hosting a 4-0 record in the area, and they will be hosting the area tournament for Area 4 in Wetumpka with the championship game on February 9th. That is a Monday. Percy Julian will play Stanhope Elmore on Saturday of that week as Wetumpka looks to close it out. Down to the final second. Half-court shot from Lorenzi. No good, and that is the ball game. 69-49. Wetumpka gets the win over Percy Julian, and they will get it done here finally after the free throw contest there at the end. A big one for the black and gold. We'll take a break and return for the RE/MAX Cornerstone post-game show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton. I've built my business at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus by being honest, dependable, and always putting my clients first. If you're ready to buy your first home, sell your current home, or just want to talk about your options, I'd love to help. Reach out today. Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, where neighbors become clients and clients become friends.
This is the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
We welcome you back now to the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show as we have to wrap things up here. The Indians had to get on the road here quickly, but for the final time tonight, our final scores, 55-43, Wetumpka gets the win in the ladies matchup, and then another one 69-49 in the men's contest. The Lady Indians now hold a record of 16-7, while the men move to 17-7. Along with Mitch Petrie, I'm Gavin Baxley. Our next broadcast originates from Wetumpka as the Indians take on Brubaker Tech. Tip-off of the girls' game is set for about 5:30, while the boys will begin shortly after the girls' game concludes. Our broadcast will be on the air about 10 minutes prior to tip-off of that girls' matchup, so probably about 5:45-ish. We'll keep you updated on that. Again, our final scores tonight, 55-43 and 69-49. Thanks for tuning in. Wetumpka Indians basketball is an exclusive presentation of the Wetumpka Sports Network.
This has been a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, home of the Wetumpka Indians. Presented by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Central Alabama Community College, and the City of Wetumpka. Sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health, and Baptist Ortho Now. The City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care. The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is a product of Radio Alabama Sports and Radio Alabama. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.